Well, we started off a little late here, RJ. We are live for our podcast, our stream for the day two draft. Sorry for the late start, folks. I was eating dinner with my girlfriend, and I was under the assumption that it started at 7 o'clock, but it's 7 o'clock Eastern. So we that was a little fault on my part. But we're here to go. RJ, catch us up here. We did miss the first few picks. So what were the picks? Catch the audience up. And or anything surprising? And but just name them all for us right now. As Denzel
I
Boston
guess
just got drafted by the Browns.
the biggest shocker here that is the Niners opened up the draft in the second round here. They took Design Stribling from Mississippi. I don't know a lot about him. I'm actually bringing up his draft stuff here. His profile, his comp here. You know, vertical access, steady play. So he looks like he's a big down the field threat receiver. Um, so,
I mean,
but the
they
Texans
took him
did
over
make a move
Boston.
to get before Boston Denzel, which I would thought that's why I said it's the biggest shocker to open the night up so far, because everyone knew everyone had a lot of people had Denzel Boston going to the top 15 of the draft, and him still be on the board of the Browns. The Browns once again having a second good draft night in a row here. I think two consecutive drafts in a row. They had a really good night so far,
Yeah. Um.
and then the
Uh,
Texans jumped ahead of the Giants to take Caden McDonald. We all know they traded Dexter Lawrence to the Bengals for the 10th overall pick in this draft. So kind of a plug and play there. Lacks pass rush ability. It's kind of why he was on the board this late.
Yeah, I'm the Browns are having themselves a nice draft for sure. I like this Boston pick. They need offensive help. I mean, Jerry Judy is, he did not shine. I mean, I know the quarterback play, um, it has been great with Cleveland, but Boston sure is going to help. Tillman, who I was kind of high on, he didn't do too well, but this year. But maybe if they get some solid quarterback play, they would actually, do well. The Browns. Like we all said that how the Browns would be a good team if they had a quarterback.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I love the size of Denzel Boston. He kind of reminds me of the guy for the Chargers back in the day in Boston, who kind of flamed out through. He got popped for steroids. Kind of same size, 6'4", like mid 220, 215. So I'm a big fan of that pick. Like you said, it's quarterback play or it's. I mean, let's put all the dice. Yeah, throw a dice out here. Standard, this is his only year. If he doesn't play good with a loaded draft class in 2027 with five potential first round draft picks and quarterbacks, he has to show he's worth the pick, or
Yeah,
he may find himself quickly out of the league, especially with
I,
Priya Thomas. He's a diva.
I know. I know it was a long shot, but I wanted the. I wanted the. I wanted the Philadelphia Eagles to get Mason Thomas here. That just went to the Kansas City Chiefs, and they need it. They had there's Chris Jones and there's Calificus or Calificus. How the hell you say his name? Um,
George Klafkas, I think, or
So
Klafkows.
they have they drafted, so they went all defense basically. They drafted Peter Woods, Mason Thomas, and Delane. So they're going all defense, no offense whatsoever. So they need to revamp it because their defense was not so great. And Spags, that's one guy. If you're going to get drafted for the defensive guy, that's a team you want to get drafted to because he's arguably he's going to go down as one of the better defense coordinators ever maybe.
I mean, I agree with you. I think he might already be the best defensive coordinator of all time. 4 or 5 rings as a defensive coordinator. I
Yeah.
mean, not all defensive, but still.
Yeah, the only thing is he never really
Sometimes,
panned out as a what do you call it? He never panned out as a head coach, but because I know he got us, but doesn't that's neither here or there. But he's definitely a solid defensive corner.
I think the big
Um,
news tonight so far is Jamad McCoy still on the board. Doesn't tear his ACL last year, top 5 pick in the draft. Has all the ability, but there's some big red flags. Also, another big slider here is Zion Young. I thought he'd go in the back end. Just he's big and long, 6'6", 260. I know he didn't put a lot of his hand in the ground a bunch at Missouri. Yeah.
Let me see here.
I mean, here's another edge rusher going here. Cassius
Yeah.
Howell um, over Zion Young here. It's shocker. Um, 6'3", 250. Only 1 year in the SEC. It did have 11 and a half sacks in the SEC. Um,
Sorry, I'm just adjusting
Speed
something.
rusher, can hard his hip to prop pressure, and his lack of length. So he's got some. Sounds like he has some short arms. That's why he's on the board. So just reading the draft
Well,
profile on him. But
the Bengals needed to go all defense. They did lose. You know, um, they lost their what do you call it? No,
they
they
lost
didn't
Trey
lose.
Henderson in the offseason to the
Trainers, yeah,
Ravens.
yeah, that's right. But they did
And,
sign. They did trade for Dexter Lawrence and now him. They definitely needed
and
that.
not only they lose their best defensive player, they lost him to arguably their biggest rival.
Yeah. Let's see here.
And here, watch out 42 here, guys. A lot of rumblings over the day about Kayvon Thibodeau going to the Saints. I don't know if it's going to go 42 or if it'll go into the third round, but there's a lot of rumors. I mean, honestly, if I'm the Saints, I don't know if I'm trading the 42 overall pick. You're not really a position to make a big run here. But if they want a running back Kamara for Thibodeau and maybe a fourth, fifth round pick, I mean, clear his cap. You did spend big money on Travis Etienne. So
Yeah, and picks are flying right now. By the way, they are. It's only 5 minutes this year,
yeah,
so that's kind of cool.
I mean,
Yeah, sorry about
also
that.
they need a corner
Go ahead.
here too. McCoy could be a big pick. This could be a boom or bust here for the Saints. Take Christian Miller. He was a tackle from Georgia. I mean, picking from Georgia and Alabama hasn't been bad the last 5 years.
No, it
I mean,
hasn't.
that's pretty much what the Philadelphia did defensively. He took
Yeah.
the mixed Alabama and Georgia.
Yeah, and I want to catch everybody up real quick on all the picks. The 49ers, they drafted wide receiver from Mississippi. I know the Eagles were looking at him, but they got their boy Lemon. So the 49ers go with that with a wide receiver from Mississippi, which they need. They need somebody. They need more offensive help on that side. They need help everywhere. Shanahan is the right guy, but um, so then the Cardinals, they went guard from Texas A&M.
I like him a
So
lot.
yeah, that's a good pick because I think the Arizona Cardinals, even though they have Wilson and Marvin Harrison Jr. and McBride, quarterback position is obviously, but I can't. It kind of I think with the guard and now the running back draft, I think they're kind of signaling to people that we are going to be a run oriented team. I think that's what they are. That's what they're aiming for. So they go guard with that pick. The Bills go for edge and TJ Parker. I think they might. I think they should probably still get somebody. DJ Moore is number one. Shakir's number two. Kincaid will probably be number three. Even though there's a tight end, I still think they should go somewhere. Get another wide receiver. And then the Texans traded up. They're to the 36th pick to the Las Vegas Raiders, trading a 38.91. And the Texans took the defensive tackle from Ohio State, Caden McDonald. And then the number 37th pick, as you just saw, was the cornerback from Colton Hood, solid corner. And then the Raiders selected with that pick they traded to an other corner and Stukes, and which they needed. They had one of the most terrible corners in tandem last year. Number 40, the Chiefs, as you guys saw, Mason Thomas at 41 to the Bengals went to the defensive end, and number to the Saints go defensive tackle of Georgia. So a lot of defensive guys taken, a lot of defensive guys taken. So that's a big run right now. So we'll see if that's going to be the trend for this round and the next.
I think you're going to see a lot of defensive linemen taken today in the third round. Same with offensive linemen. I think you're going to see probably 3 to 4 more in this round, probably 2 or 3 more in round 3. I
Yeah.
mean, a couple of my favorites is I got to get his name. It's the center from Kent State. center is also the guard from Iowa. There's actually a couple guards. I mean, Iowa's known for producing guards. Uh, Bethon, Bay Stephans is a guy I really like in the third, fourth round. Kind of reminds me a lot of Marshall Yanda, the Hall of Famer from Iowa as well. And we all know with Kirk Ferentz, he does produce a lot of offensive linemen and tight ends.
They do. Um, I'm curious though what the um, this pick's going to be. You know, the second and third round, you never know, and like it's like with this draft in particular, I know that corner is slipping a lot because of his injuries. But you know, as people said, this is a weak draft. It seems like a lot of the guys that are supposed to be in the second round. There's no. What I mean is, there's not a lot of people who fell from the first round to the second and third round.
No.
So I think the people who were supposed to be in the first round were picked already. So there's that.
Yeah, I guess the big fallout I would say from that. I mean, McCoy with the red flags doesn't shock anybody. It's the second year in a row, potential top 10 corner falls. Last year it was Will Johnson with his ton of foot and knee injuries. This year it's McCoy with another knee injury. I guess the big faller is him, but if he it doesn't seem like there's more. When there's smoke, there's fire. When you're falling this far, potential
And
top
we got
five
our
pick.
first player trade, not a draft trade. We got we have the 49ers trading linebacker D Winters to the Cowboys.
Nice.
So that is something. We'll probably get the details here in any minute. You know, Jay Glazer has been outperforming Adam Scheffler on like the what do you call it, stuff that's been happening. You know what I mean? Quicker than he has. I know the
But I also
NFL. The NFL doesn't like when they tell them what they are before they're picked. Like they don't like giving details out. So what I'm trying to say is like, and maybe Jay Glazer is not following that, and Adam Scheffler and them are.
that's what I was gonna say. I think he was told he can't break stuff quicker than I think Jake Glazer's independent, so he can do with it pretty much what he wants.
Yeah, because before picks yesterday, RJ, Jay Glazer announced before, like a couple picks before, a few picks before that they were going to draft Ty Simpson and the Rams and trading for the pick, and it was like few picks before that was going to happen.
That's insane.
I was like, oh, okay, like you are really jumping the gun. Yeah,
I'm trying to open it up here. And the center thing I was talking about is Sam Hatchett. And then Logan James too. He's a versatile.
and now the Lions are trading up to the 44th pick, sending the 50th pick and the 128th pick to the Jets.
And I mean, this could be
So Detroit are coming back
Manuel
into it.
McNeil Warren. This could be McCoy. They need defensive back help, especially with Branch being done for the season. Most likely he tore his Achilles late last year, so if he's coming back, he'll be late in the year. So you never know. I mean, that's the one thing. I mean, the Lions we're both really down on the Lions. Just can't stay healthy. Their play was 2 years ago. Losing Ben Johnson really gutted their offense. They're not the same.
Well, it looks like Jacob Rodriguez, former QB, now linebacker. Lead instincts. Mike Tyson gets drafted by the Dolphins. Former QB. You don't see QB go to linebacker position that much. I'll tell you that. But he did
I know
win the Buck Davis Award winner, so national top linebacker.
he was a third overall quarterback, by the way, in 2021, behind Caleb Williams and JJ McCarthy.
Wow. Why the hell did he
Wow.
go to linebacker for?
He was at Virginia, and maybe he couldn't make it. I mean, but hey, sometimes those skills as quarterback do translate to defensive, knowing the reads, and knowing how the quarterback's going to progress through his reads.
I mean, that's something in itself. I mean, he switched to linebacker at a touted quarterback, and he now is getting drafted. So that's pretty cool because you never see that. And he had
No,
the
you don't. I'm
most,
with you.
yeah, back to back 125 tackles, as people can see, and he had led the college last year in forced fumbles.
That's a good pick by the Dolphins. I like that pick. They're having a sneaky drive, and we have another trade here. I think, right? The Jets are moving up.
Proctor, Johnson, and Rodriguez, the Dolphins have drafted so far.
It's saying here. I'm interested to see if the Lions move up. They can go a lot of directions.
I mean, who would they draft yesterday? Do you remember? Was it a offensive tackle or line?
They drafted Proctor, the tackle from Alabama, and then they drafted Chris Johnson,
No, the
the D back.
Lions.
The Lions drafted offensive tackle Brad Miller, I think his name was, the
Yeah, yeah.
defenseman.
Tackle, yeah. Who's this? Is this Darius Slade? No, it's not Darius. It's Marvin. It's Megatron. I was like, damn. I was like,
Mhm. Oh, staying home in the state of Michigan. Derek Moore, defensive end, Michigan. A little bit of a reach, but they need a lot of help. I mean,
yeah, I do. I got a lot of crap saying that I do not like the Detroit's defense, and they were beat up. Especially, they got a good branch. What do you? I think he broke his leg, tore his ACL,
oh, he
and
tore
then
his
Joseph.
Achilles.
Yeah, then Joseph got hurt. I was like, this team's not going nowhere.
Yeah, I mean, all they have is Hutch, and Hutch is an animal. He was going to have a breakout a couple years ago until he broke his leg. That was one of the worst breaks I've seen in a long time in the field.
Yeah,
I mean, you just
but
haven't been able to stay healthy.
They did lose Muhammad. He had like 10 sacks, so they did lose him. So that was a loss.
They lose both D tackles last year too. They just can't stay
Yeah.
healthy. That is the biggest knock on the Detroit Lions. I'm gonna have a hot take on the Lions as well. I don't think they should pay Jameer Gibbs.
That
I
is a
think
hard
they
take
should.
because he's arguably the best running back in the league.
I mean, he's great, but you're gonna have to commit. I mean, this with Jeremiah Love now that number just keeps going up. Think about, and is it better off money spent anywhere else? I mean, what could you get for him? Could you get a couple number ones for him?
No, I
Do-
agree. Um okay, I'm just reading some things.
So,
Oh, the Cowboys are sending the 152 pick to the 49ers for Lee D Winters. That's what came out there. D Winters
that's a
is
good.
solid. I mean, um they just need help. The Cowboys on defense, like nobody's business. So
Oh yeah,
so then that obviously that's what they're going. But like they hit a home run with the safety downs. So
yeah.
and they jump back in.
So I was telling this to one of my other friends who's a big Cowboys fans, and you all know what Dave Wanstead, the great coach. I mean, he won a natty at Miami as defensive coordinator, and he won a natty at he went sorry, won a Super Bowl with the Cowboys and became the Bears head coach. He's not a big fan of Caleb Downs. He says he lacks range, and he said he's more of a downhill strong safety. He took he like Dylan Thielman, who the Bears drafted. He had him as the best safety in the draft, which is a shocker to me. I don't buy too much in, but when a guy speaks and knows as much defense about him, it's tough uh to disagree with someone who's coached in the NFL and been successful with him.
I get it.
And and he
But
said it Friday, so it wasn't like a reactionary pick. He saw the Bears take him, and then he's like, "Oh, just because the Bears took him." So
I get it with the Bears, but I still don't. I still thought they could have got. They need a pass rusher more than a safety.
there's a lot of depth though in D line this year in this draft. That's the one area of need. Like there's a lot of guys that are very similar. After the top three, it was a big gap, and they kind of all are mushed together.
Yeah, I mean, there's depth at defensive line here, but it's not. It's like it's not like oh, these guys are blowing you away kind of talent. Now you can find gems in any draft. You look in any draft throughout, any in the last 10, 15 years. There's guys who come out of the fourth, fifth round and they're great, but I don't know.
Oh, I'm with you.
You gotta trust the process, I guess. Like you know, I'm just talking from the Philadelphia Eagles fan perspective. The Howie Roseman, I trust him to find diamonds in the rough in the late rounds because he's a proven commodity. He has a All Pro left tackle in the 7th round. He drafted a guy in Jelix Hunt and from a JUCO school in round 3, and now he led us in tackles for a loss. He led us for I believe he was tied for receptions. He was forced fumbles. And this guy was from a JUCO school in the 3rd round. So there is a talent to be found. I'm not saying that's the Bears, but I thought the Bears would have went for I don't know, the McCaster, that guy who what the Cowboys took after that. So he's a pure pass rusher. He doesn't stop the run too well, but
See, I think they like the kid from not Baines, the other defensive end from Miami last night. I think when he went, I think that's when they moved off. I think they. I also think they think he has elite speed. I mean, the NFL is not like it was 20 years ago with Atwater and John Lynch and Brian
And here,
Dawkins. The hitters coming across the middle. They're more about coverage now, play the ball, and I think they just valued that scheme fit, and they also valued his overall athleticism.
here's it. The Ravens need to just go. They still need something opposite of Zay Flowers. Mike Andrews hasn't had it. He's been injured, and they lose Likely. They still have Bateman. So, but they only had 30 sacks last year. That was one of the worst of all football. So they went guard last night, which was good, really good guard. The Penn State guard is really good, the best
Oh yeah,
interior lineman in all football. So I think now they need to go. Either they have to go defensive line, or they need to get another weapon other than Zay Flowers. So
I mean, I'm not. They need to go defensive edge, I would say, but it wouldn't shock me if they go McCoy here.
also, a
I
lot of
mean, they
guys
need
flew off the
corner help.
board on the defensive end, the front seven. So the guys maybe they won are not there anymore either.
Correct. I mean, it's just tough.
I don't know who these people are they bring on. It's like, okay, these are the sanctioned girls flag football team, and I don't know who the football player is. It's like, at least the picks are quick this year.
Yeah, I like this. This is a better flow than years before. I mean, I can remember when we were kids, Mark, you'd sit in your house and watch the draft, and it'd be get it. We go order get pizza, and we sit from 12 o'clock until 7, 8
Yeah, you
o'clock at
remember that?
night.
You remember the draft was long. It was like
Mhm.
it is a day.
We play Madden because we get so
Yeah,
bored.
I know. It is a long day that they I remember that. And nostalgic wise, I do miss that sometimes how the draft is a whole long day. And now that we're like, getting old as hell, I can see myself like if it was that long again, just putting on the background, pay attention to, but doing things, getting things done at the same time. So that would be nice. But it is nice that they're getting these picks out real quick. And that's just the world we live in. People don't want to do these long draw processes anymore. So I mean, I
Uh,
get it.
and the part of it, it's money. They can stretch it out from going from 2 days to 4 days. Getting ESPN on there,
Oh,
getting more advertising dollars.
like I said, defensive end, Missouri, Zion Young. They needed to get some.
Love the pick.
Yeah, they needed to have some other uh, somebody else get after the quarterback than Hendrickson, and so good pick. I do believe who they lose. They lose. No, they don't need a defensive coordinator. Minter is a really hell of a defensive coordinator, but they did lose their offensive coordinator. He now the Browns head coach.
Yeah, I mean, it was funny. They were the Ravens wanted to fire him, and that's why John Harbaugh got fired. Was one of the reasons, but that's kind of but I would be reporting got pushed him over the edge. He gets a head coaching job. How many times do you hear that? A
Yeah, for
coordinator
sure.
get fired to a head coach. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Isn't that funny? And it's like, oh,
Mhm.
hey, he upgraded even though he got fired.
Yeah, I mean, that should have been Jim Sports' job. But I understand going the offensive play caller because the league is no longer a defensive league. I mean,
Oh,
you can be good for 1 or 2 years, but you just don't see it being those kind of dynasties. You need the quarterback, you need the offensive play.
see, they're showing their piece of the puzzle defense. Trey Hendrickson, Smith, Rockon Smith, Humphrey, and Hamilton. Humphrey's been heard of now a couple times. Smith, he's not really going after the quarterback, so they got Hendrickson to get after the quarterback. So they needed Young, and other guy can actually go after the quarterback, and they need that. Like Marshall Green, the guy that drafted last year. Like I said, yesterday's live stream we did, he did fall to them kind of, and he had all those sacks for I forget who he played for last year, but he didn't
Like
really produce that much.
he played for Marshall. I mean, that's the
Marshall,
one thing
that's who
you
it
worry
was.
about. One time you worry about picking those smaller schools is does that those numbers translate with the big boys?
Rondé Barber,
Mm,
him and Tiki. What I mean, are they the best brothers in
Josiah
NFL
Trotter.
history?
No, Peyton Eli.
Oh, that's right. They got to be top
I
the
mean,
two,
there's
top three though.
maybe the Bolsa brothers. I mean, I'm sure there's more.
I mean, the
Probably
injured brothers.
the Matthews brothers, Bruce and Clay, both Hall of Famers. You know what I mean? I mean,
Oh,
people always talk about.
this is the guy that the Eagles they'd be funny to draft him because they drafted the father, they drafted the other brother a couple years ago, and they say, well, why don't we draft the other Trotter? We just get the whole collection. That'd have been funny, but we don't need a linebacker. But that'd have been
I
really
mean,
funny. I think he's
never
supposed to be
got
better than
put.
his brother.
I mean, he was sixth in the SEC in tackles. I mean, second
It's
round
funny
pick.
that it's funny that both sons are what their father are, what they're a linebacker.
You know, genes, my friend. That's how it usually works.
Oh, yeah, sorry, I keep on yawning because I ate before I got here, and it's the food making me feel a little tired. I'm trying hoping this diet Dr Pepper kicks up, or I want to switch to an energy drink. But
Yeah,
yeah, family's up there. I see Eagles. I finally see them down here. I see Chicago. Did the Philly move up? Because I don't think it should be Indianapolis and Philadelphia. Oh no, no, no. I don't know. Did the Philly make any trades? Let me see.
I didn't see a ton of. I didn't hear anything.
So the
The
Steelers.
trade
So the
alert.
Steelers are trading up to 47. Also receiving the 249th from the Colts, and the Colts are getting the 53, 135, and 237. So the Steelers have jumped up there, and
I
they're in
wonder
right
who
now.
this is
Obviously,
for.
Did you see what the Eagles jumped in front of them? That he was on the phone, the receiver, and then he's talking to him, and then he's like, his agent tells him, "You're going to the Steelers," and the family's ring, and then they're going, "Wait." He hangs up. He's like, "Wait, why does Philly call for me?" His trade. Then his agent goes, and his agent goes like, "They're picking you right now," and he was like, "Oh," he got excited because Steelers said they wanted him, and that's
Mhm.
embarrassing because the Steelers said they wanted him. The Eagles jump in front of him, and then they go draft the tackle. So another tackle seems like he's second fiddle. You know what I mean?
But yeah, I
I
mean
mean, they
that's
needed a
they always
tackle.
they could go O line here again. I wouldn't shock me here. Let's see who the best with the guards here. They've got Manuel appearance according to the NFL Draft and ESPN. They've got Burns Jenkins. I mean, is available still at tackle. I mean, Jake Slaughter.
What a name! I am trying to put up
Who?
the. Excuse me, Jesus. I am trying to bring up the Astros and Yankees game up here as well, so I gotta watch that as when I'm watching this. Okay. Yeah.
Jeremy Bernard. I didn't hear a lot about him. Mark. Did you hear much about him?
No, out of Alabama. I mean, it's obviously needed a wide receiver because they obviously wanted Lemon. Lemon. What is it? Lemon or lemon? Lemon or lemon? It's Lemon, isn't it? The wide receiver from
Mm,
USC. How do you say his name?
Lemon
Yeah, is it
or
Lemon?
Pittman?
No, no, no. The guy
Yeah,
the Eagles
Malachi.
dropped on.
Oh, Malachi Lemon.
Yeah, Malachi Lemon. So they needed one. So they get a guy from Alabama. I didn't hear too much rumbling about him. You got to remember though, a lot of receivers went off the board in the late 20s, the first round. So six
Yeah,
one
I'm
two
trying.
oh six. He played for Washington and Michigan State. Transfer portal. Which I hear they're going to. Is it the INL or the transfer portal? Like like Trump got involved in. What did he do?
He
Or
stopped it, but there's not much they can do because the Supreme Court has ruled on it. So it's kind of just the portal stuff he can do. I mean, honestly, I think he's kind of right about the portal. Not saying you should get a one free transfer. The coach leaves, you be able to transfer. If not, you just sit a year out. I mean, I don't have any problem with kids getting paid. And honestly, I think they should get paid.
yeah,
I mean, a lot of these guys get hurt and they never make it. They never make it. So why shouldn't they get paid? But it gets kind of annoying when guys just jump from school to school to school to school. I mean, so I'd like something done with the transfer portal, but getting paid, let them get paid. These schools are making billions of dollars.
so Jalen Warren, doing the running back, Jermaine, Bernard, then Metcalf, and then and Pittman. So that's the defense they're gonna be putting out there. I mean, the offense, and who knows who's gonna be at quarterback?
I'd be shocked if Rodgers doesn't come back. I mean, if not, them not going quarterback or not trying
I
to
think they,
make a
s-
move.
I think they need to grab another guy here in the draft.
I mean, there's a lot of quarterbacks available potentially. I mean, you've heard about Mac Jones. There's been Anthony Richardson, who's a kid from the Eagles, has been possibly available.
Um,
Um,
I should know this.
McGee
We're
and
just McCoy, not McCoy. Okay, this is gonna kill me now. We were just talking about him yesterday, and I'm drawing a blank of who he is here. Um,
Tyler Bajan's is supposedly available. I mean, quite a bit of backup quarterbacks are available. I know the Bears were in a lot of talks with
McKee,
the
Tanner
Cardinals.
McKee.
Tanner McKee. There's who I was thinking of for the Eagles. I mean, I know the Bears were talking a lot about, but they want an arm and a leg for reportedly. I mean, I'm not in the room or anything like that, but reportedly, and they want a second round pick for Tyler Bajan. I mean, he's on a really reasonable contract, 2 years and 10 million for arguably a top 10 backup, who's played pretty well in the 4 or 5 starts he has. It's 500, and he was starting for some pretty awful Chicago Bear teams.
Yeah, I mean, the thing about Tanner McKee is the Eagles love good backup quarterbacks. So even though this is his end of his rookie year, they would rather hang on to him and have a good backup quarterback and letting him go, and that's it. Like they rather do that because Hurts has been relatively pretty healthy throughout his career, but behold, and with the roster we have, you don't want some guy who can't throw back there. So, and it's funny, they're opposite quarterbacks. McKee's a 6'6" quarterback, stand up and deliver and reading the field, and Hurts is quite the opposite. But also don't forget we have Andy Dalton as our third quarterback.
Which he's probably going to be the second quarterback.
I
You
think
don't
Andy
bring him
Dalton.
in.
I think he's there to actually, and I'm not hearing this from anybody. This is just my opinion. I think they brought Andy Dalton to help with Jalen Hurts learning more, to better learn football reads and stuff like that. I think they want him there to be a teacher, kind of.
I mean, it wouldn't hurt. I mean, plus with every know a quarterback is
Bryce Young came out and said that Andy Dalton has helped him when he got traded. They told him he said Andy Dalton, he just credited them with his success that he's doing every single year. If you watch Young's career, every year he's gone better. So he credits Andy Dalton. He's incrementally getting better every single year.
I mean, that's what Caleb Williams says about Case Keenum. That's why the Bears paid him $5 million to be the third string quarterback.
Yeah,
Just be the
yeah.
leader in the
So,
room, so it would make sense.
and they
I
have,
mean,
and these there's aspirations from this. This is not me making this up. Right on the Carolina Panther thing that Andy Dalton aspirations to be a coach.
yeah, I could see it. I know CJ Stroud also credited Case Keenum as well, being a big leader in the room for him his rookie year.
Yeah.
Atlanta's on
The
the
Atlanta
board
Falcons.
here.
The Atlanta Falcons have their first pick. They haven't had a. They didn't obviously don't have the first round pick. They traded that away to get Pierce. Now Pierce is finally. I can't believe it, but it looks like he's going to avoid those felonies. That he's actually going to do some kind of 6-month thing. Doesn't mean he's not going to get suspended from the NFL. But I'd rather get suspended 6 games from the NFL than doing time in the joint. So forget. I mean,
Oh yeah,
he's happy about that.
I could see him getting 6 to 8 games, probably maybe 10, somewhere in there.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
would like
some
to
of
know
that stuff
I
was
like
pretty horrific when you read it.
I would like to know that. Yeah, his details on what he did is not so great. But for them here, they need to go defense. They need to probably go after another defensive end. Somebody got the quarterback because they traded for those guys, and Pierce will be. Oh no,
I love the pick. Here's another guy who kind of slipped. People thought he'd go in the back end of the first round, maybe early 20s. You get him here at 48.
I know
Lot
they
of
didn't like
NFL
him
players.
because his 40 was 4.6.
That's a slow 40, but sometimes time. You got to remember, no one also had a bad 40 time. Devin Hester. Some people just have the speed and doesn't translate to 40 time.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, with that kind of speed, I'm not saying that that can't translate to the NFL, but maybe you could put that towards a safety. That's not a bad
Safety,
spot.
nickel.
Yeah, that's not a bad
Um,
spot. They have Bates at safety, so they're kind of good there. But I'm not too familiar with the Atlanta Falcons. I know they got Tua, and they already have the offense put together with the offense and should and always be run through BJ Robinson. So you have that and Drake London and Pitts. And now it looks like Pitts might be coming. Looks like the I don't know if he's gonna be like everybody thought he was gonna do. Like he's gonna be an astronomically the tight end that was gonna renew, be the best there is. But he might he might actually live up a little bit more to what he because a lot of people thought he was a bust. So maybe they do need help on the defensive side. Yeah, I think isn't that GM gone who drafted Michael Penix and signed Kirk Cousins? Didn't they
yeah.
boot him? Yeah. Oh, got a trade, baby. Let me check it. Who do we got here? The Carolina has traded up to the 49th while also receiving pick 159 from the Vikings. Vikings get 51 and 196. Am I reading that
Okay.
right? Wait, the Carolina received 49 and 51. It seems like Minnesota gets nothing from this. They actually lose the position on two picks. Okay.
Let's take a look here. Look, I can't see the details yet. You're talking about. I'll bring it up here for
Oh,
me.
I didn't know this. All right, RJ, on the Terrell brothers are going to be now play for the same team. AJ
Uh,
Terrell and Avion Terrell are all on the same team. They're
that
on the
makes
brothers.
sense.
That's
Oh,
kind of
that's
cool.
cool. It is.
Yeah.
And playing the same position because Terrell's a monster for
Yeah. They
Falcons.
play
He
the
was
same
really good.
position. That you don't hear that too often.
You don't. I mean, a little bit last year, the cool nugget we didn't really talk about yesterday in the draft was the first time in history that the first two running backs taken from the same school in the same draft.
Really.
People were sleeping on the price from Notre Dame. He was 13. Also, when's the last time an All American was a backup running back, a third team All American for a guy who was a backup running back?
True. So I'm seeing the Daniel Jeremy's best available is the safety and McCoy. Uh,
Yeah.
they did the Panthers signed Jalen Phillips. They needed a guy to get after the quarterback, so that helps that. Even though they overpaid him like nobody's business, Jalen Phillips. Go look at that contract, and he's been injury prone. He good, he didn't get hurt with the Eagles, so that's kind of that helps him. But um, I like to see who are they go here. I still think they need offensive help because who do they have wide receiver besides the rookie from last year?
See if another guy they like.
Xavier Leggett. Woo. Jameer Coker. Is he doing it for you?
Coker's the guy they like a lot. I mean, so he was hurt last year, and he kind of had he finished strong. Lee Hunter, defensive tackle.
Hmm.
The name is the Fridge.
Who's that
That's
remind you of?
I'm sorry, I would not be calling him the Fridge. That's for one man. His name is
Hmm.
William Perry.
I'm surprised they went that way.
I
Well, you
mean,
know what? I got like two iPads, two computer screens, and two cell phones here at the same time.
yeah, only got my one screen on tonight, guys. I got normally, as Mark would tell you, I get the trio going usually. Did not do that tonight.
Yeah, I'm trying to get on the
Oh,
Astros
he's
game.
big, Jesus.
Okay, well, I'm not too familiar with the. Does he look like a nose tackle? Is that what it is?
He looks monstrous. I can tell you that. I'll bring
Oh
him up
man,
here. He's
they got
six
the.
four, 318.
Oh yeah, I mean that's a nose tackle. Well, you want him to be
Second,
bigger than that in the weight department.
yeah, his big thing is that he sometimes plays a little high, which makes him easier to block. I mean, I don't know enough about how much line and more into being defensive back, quarterback play, running back, but got to stay low. I mean, everyone's trying to recreate Donald here, but people forget a lot of players that are playing. People forget about Tractor Trailer, Ted Washington. I know I'm forgetting a bunch. Vince Wilfork, all guys that were oversized. Nose guards that were really good for a long time.
Crazy ass Winsfield work. I remember that guy. Was he like the first 100 million defender?
I don't know. He might have been. I'm not sure. The first $100 million defender, I don't know, might have been Hainsworth.
Oh, Hainsworth. That's what it is. Hainsworth. That's who I'm thinking about. That crazy son of a gun who threw his who
Stomping people in the head.
yeah, exactly. Who that's what it
Well, no Adam tonight, but he's the Packers are on the clock in two
uh
picks here. I mean, a
well
little bit of Packers.
Adam is joining us from the chat and he has said then Williams shouldn't be Iceman.
Well, that is
As
his
because the
opinion.
fridge, if the fridge is not him, he's saying the Iceman shouldn't be called him. I mean, he has a point.
Well, oh,
And also,
different
he
when the
said,
guys can do it.
respect the fridge."
I respect him. I think he's got both his legs cut off. I mean, I think he's got a lot of health issues going on now.
Wait, besides, was there another Iceman? Who was also named Iceman?
George Gervin, there's a couple of but no one's trademarked it. So like, if you get up with anybody, you blame your business manager. I don't blame Caleb Williams for trying to make money. People can have say all they want. He didn't give him that, and to be fair, he didn't give himself the nickname either. Someone else gave him that.
Who gave it to him?
The Bears announcers did, and then people kind of mistook that. So he goes like this. That actually means bear in sign language. That's where that started from. So really, he was trying to speak to people who are deaf. That's why he can only go like this, and he'd go like this. It's bear down.
Well, that was a trade. Well, yeah, a lot of people are doing right now in the NFL. They're doing this a lot. I know the Eagles do this a lot. They do
Yeah.
this, do the two thumbs down. Jalen Carter loves doing that, and so is Cooper DeJean. I love it. The bases are loaded. If anybody listened to my, I put a TikTok during a YouTube short. I said the best play today, MLB play today, was the Yankees that cover the 1.5 runs against the Houston Astros, my Houston Astros, at plus 109. The bases are loaded. It's 1-0, and the Yankees are probably going to score like more than 3 runs in this inning because the Astros pitching, in particular, Lance McCullers, is god awful, and they have was it 12 to 16 guys on the injured list already. So this is why I told you guys, if you pay attention, to pick the Astros over pick the Yankees over to cover the 1.5 against the Astros.
Astro and Cubs are just got a lot of injuries. They have Cubs have 12 guys on the injured list right now for pitchers. They're pretty beat up in the pitching staff.
Just like last year, we are using guys you have never heard of because 3 or 4 guys, the starting pitching staff, all NIL. And our guy who's a Cy Young, he got hurt. He's gonna be out to probably late May. Jets had a good draft. I think I said. I mean, how many times do people hear that he had a good draft with the Jets and they never produced? But so let's see. They drafted the tight end, they drafted the wide receiver, and then they went defense. So let's see who they go with this one. Or knows they need help everywhere. They got to go offense again. Because their defense or another pass rush, maybe. Yeah. Okay, Curtis. That's enough talking there.
So they took cornerback D'Angelo Pons, another guy from Indiana. His comp, Aaron Glenn. So it's talking about the draft right now. That's his comp.
Yeah. Well. You know what? Do the Eagles take a flyer on McCoy? We have Rick Woolen. We signed to him 1 year, $15 million. It's gonna be him and Mitchell on the outside, and the Cooper DeJean. That's the perfect time to let him sit for 1 year and heal up and play because Rick Woolen's gonna leave. He's on a prove-it deal because he wants a bigger contract.
I was hoping he falls 57 Chicago. Chicago needs a corner, big upside. Even if he sits a year, I mean, the Bears do have some depth at corner. I mean, they get Trevere Frazier back, who was out all last year with some medical personal leave. He was a sleeper guy a lot of scouts loved last year, but they lost Nahshon Wright to the Jets, who had I think he had 7, 8 interceptions. The Bears lost a lot of turnovers, left the room last year with Bernard, who led the NFL in interceptions last year with 8. So that's 15 interceptions that are off the board.
So back to back guys from Indiana go for the Jets, and the Yankees are now up 3-0 against the Astros. Like I said, they would be. Um, so yeah, 5-8 though, 5-8 at corner.
Tiny.
That is a pretty small corner.
That really is. I mean, but yeah, he puts his nose into it. I don't know.
Adam, if you're watching, tell us who you want the Packers to chat it in if you want to. I'm not looking at a big board right now, but so they got Demario Davis, Tavarin Sweat, David Bailey at linebacker they drafted, and Pons at corner. It looks like Pons might be their number one, starting outside corner.
So I'll go over the big board right now via ESPN NFL Draft. They have McCoy, the Tennessee Core Titans corner. Volunteers. They have Emmanuel McNeil Warren, the safety from Toledo, linebacker from Texas, Anthony Hill Jr., and Eli Stowers, Vanderbilt tight end, and Brandon Cease, South Carolina quarterback, the top 5.
Yeah, JJ McCarthy, 11 touchdowns, 12 interceptions.
He's a bum.
He missed 7 games.
So I gotta look this guy up, guys. I have not heard much about Jake Golday. I mean, he does play for Cincinnati, so I had that question: is that talent going to translate? He's 6'4", 245 pounds.
The
Wow.
Atom said that he's looking at McCoy. He wants McCoy, the Packers, to draft.
I mean, he has written all over here.
If McCoy falls to the Packers, I mean, if that's good, Packers need another corner. So
I'm going to predict they're going to take Emmanuel Pregton, offensive guard from Oregon. I think they're going to go offensive line. I don't think they liked Hood Banks. Sorry, I was thinking of somebody else. Hobbs, who I was thinking of. I think they need some help there, so I think they're going to go. I think they're going to go off the line. That seems like a goody pick.
I didn't know who the Vikings were going to pick, obviously, but I kind of had a feeling they would go defense, though.
Yeah, there's some people. Sorry, I'm other chat here talking about other Packer fans. They want Cease, the cornerback from South Carolina.
Well, the pick is in already for the Packers. They must like somebody. I am very curious because Adam's not here. He's doing some lawn work that's going to take him about 5 years to finish. But he's here in spirit. The Packers are up. His favorite team. Packers pick live, and then it's indeed the Colts, and then it's the Philadelphia Eagles. So let's see here where the Packers go. They just signed Reed to an extension, which I was surprised. I was very surprised because Reed was hurt, I believe. I might correct me if I'm wrong. He was hurt, wasn't he, for a good amount of last year?
He was. I mean, he broke his collarbone. He had a turf toe injury.
Adam says in the chat, I'm sure it's going to be someone super random. Yeah, I hear that. Some guy from some corn-fed guy from North Dakota State, and you're like, what the hell is this guy? The Packers. But the Packers, because if they're a small market team, they do know how to draft well. You got to give them that.
You do. I mean, I haven't loved the last couple of drafts, but I mean, they had a lot of young talent come out of that room. I mean, they haven't really hit. A lot of underwhelmed. I mean, Quay Walker couldn't get out of there fast enough. I mean, you also have, but they also hit late. They hit late on Wicks. I mean, he's a 5th-round pick. You didn't end up trading him, but they got a 4th and a 5th from him. So they picked up 2 picks out of him. I mean, last year's draft it's too early to tell. I'm not going to harp too much on that, but Wyatt, Walker, go from youngest NFL teams here now, kind of going to being kind of in the middle here. They haven't done a whole lot with the picks they've had. They haven't last superstar they drafted early.
Also,
Love, and I say that loosely.
he said that he was happy that he was happy that the about the Reed extension.
They got him cheap, 3 years, 50 million. So, um,
1 second, RJ, your audio. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. My audio go out.
1 second. Maybe it's my end. Are we having a technical difficulty right now?
I'm gonna fix something quick.
It could be my headphones. Hold on. Keep on talking.
Yep, I can hear you
You
still.
did go out, but oh, I see the problem. Hold on 1 second. No, my Bluetooth headphones decided to yeah, okay, Adam said audio is good. Um my Bluetooth headphones decided to hook up to a different device since I have so many devices open right now. But you can hear me, right, RJ?
I can hear you.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, do you see Green Bay going receiver here? Do they shock a little bit, buddy? Here, make a surprise pick. We'll
Well, they
see. I
lost.
mean,
Let's see. They lost Nate Hobbs, which I mean, I'm pretty sure Packer fans are happy with to see him go. But they were dead in the middle of offense, 15th ranked, and the defense is 12th ranked. Don't forget they did lose Parsons in the middle of that. They did lose Gary. So I don't know where they go. I don't know. The Packers to me have a lot besides Michael Parsons, and I think Love is better than he's a good quarterback. Jacobs had a down year, but they have a lot of above average guys, not great guys,
hmm.
in my opinion. But you know,
Brandon
they got
Cisse. I was talking about guys a little bit in the draft here. Brandon Cisse from South Carolina, a 6 foot 189. He's a lot of vertical explosion. He's a big man corner. Would fit what they're trying to do. A lot of blitzing, a lot of fast guys. He flashes the ability to make quick reads. He has the length to break up passes, so he's got some long arms. He has a good job controlling his body, kind of receiver. Though his grab at top of the routes, that is going to be a problem in the NFL. If he can't, because remember in college you can hold until the ball's in the air. As a running back, he does a good job of getting that ball carried again. Well, he does miss for tackles. But hey, long arms, 6 foot 189. I don't know what his 40 time was, but hey, it could be a great pick.
well, Adam. If you could hear us, if you want to give us a grade or what do you think about this pick? I know you wanted a competent corner. Uh, are you happy about this not being? I know you wanted McCoy, but it's not him. What do you think? If you could hear us there, but okay, well, yeah, okay. Big corner. He'll be opposite of the guy I can't pronounce. Adam said Super Bowl confirmed.
I've been saying that for 15 years.
Who's this guy with the tightest jeans and the white hat? Or Adam, who was that guy with the chain on and the tightest jeans that he should not be wearing? What the hell was that from the Packers thing? Adam said it's an A+ grade from him. Oh God, here's this guy. I can't stand this guy. It's making the pick. Oh God.
McAfee. He's
Yeah,
also from.
McAfee.
I think he's from. West Virginia, isn't he? No,
I don't know where he's from.
I think he's.
Pack smelly fee. I don't like this guy.
Pat
Oh yeah,
McAfee.
he was born in Pennsylvania. Yeah, well, he should stick out of politics because he doesn't know his ass from his elbow when it comes to that.
He's. I like when NFL takes. I take those kind of seriously, but everything else I just kind of ignore.
Well, let's see who they go. The Steelers. I mean, the Steelers, the Colts. I'd be surprised. They have Sauce Gardner. People forgot they traded for Sauce Gardner. Both their good corners got hurt for the majority like the season. Now they get those guys back. And they play up to their potential. What we know they are. The Colts secondary could be good, but they can't get after the quarterback. I think that's their problem. And the linebackers of the year got traded to the Packers. So let's see who they got. I even forgot that Sauce Gardner got traded there. So I think everybody was shocked by that trade, but still, Daniel Jones. I don't know if he's worth that money, but we'll see. It's still going to run through
It's
Taylor. What's that?
a good pick. They took the linebacker from Georgia.
Well,
I
it
like
makes
the pick.
sense since they traded their Zaire to the Packers. Okay, defense. A lot of defensive guys taken, RJ. A lot of defensive guys are be taken
Yeah,
off.
I mean,
Now here comes Philly, Philly, Philly. I think I don't know where they're gonna go. I think it'll be defense, something in the front seven, especially the defensive line, or it will be somebody in the offensive line, interior lineman or tackle. Because our right guard, I think he has 1 year left on his contract, and Johnson, who was it first sure first ballot Hall of Famer. He's probably going to retire after his contract, if not upcoming this year. So maybe after this year, he has 2 years left on his contract. So there is that. I can't watch this Astros game. There goes another home run. The Astros, they need to cut Lance McCullers. He's not a good starting pitcher. Get him out of there. He is not a good starting pitcher. He's no longer a starting pitcher in the MLB. He's awful. So there's that. Yeah, okay. First pick they got because, like I said, they traded Sauce Gardner. So yeah,
Philly's on the clock here.
and the pick is in, baby.
They could go a safety here, Emmanuel McNeil Warren. I mean, a lot of people thought
Yeah,
he'd make it
that's
only
true.
the second.
That's true. They did lose Blankenship to the Texans, and they do have Andrew Makuba, who they drafted from the Texas Longhorns last year, so they still have him. So he was hurt. So and they did re-sign Marcus Epps. So they have two average to possibly better than average. We'll see if Makuba takes a step up next year. Up. So we'll see. Brian Westbrook, baby.
My guess would be the safety from Toledo Warren or the guard from Oregon. Oregon.
And the
Oregon.
Patriots just moved up right behind the Eagles. They traded the 55th pick for the 63rd. They get the 55th, and the Chargers get the 63rd, 131 and 202. So they get 3 picks, the Chargers, for the 55th pick for the New England Patriots. Yo, okay, yeah, I should have thought about this. The Eagles, this guy was projected to go for a lot. Jumbo slot receiver, explosive, elevates at the ball. He's basically 6'4", 239. But a lot of the beat writers, he ran a 4.5, literally almost a 4.5 flat. He was awarded the nation's top tight end, awarded the John Mackey Award. So I forgot about this, and a lot of people had early mock drafts going to us. If you tell me, I like it. They're loading up on. Well, Goddard is on a 1 year deal, so this is Goddard's replacement, if you will. So he led all tight ends and receiving yards last year with 770. Second amongst receptions, as people can see down here on the thinger. I really like this pick. Let's see what they're saying. People hear the volume here. Recorded the highest vertical jump by a tight end in the NFL. By a tight end, it said since something. Okay.
I don't know where they're gonna go. This could be a receiver here, guys. This could be the receiver from Georgia. Let me bring up his name. Zachary Branch. I like him a lot here. 5'9", 177. A little small, but he's a quick, he's speed. Like I said, these guys only can play now because they took a lot of the violence out of the NFL. But I like him a lot.
I am trying to read up. I'm trying to look up the anything on the Eagles real quick. On the Eagles, so We did have two third rounders, but I believe we traded one of our third rounders, the Eagles, so we don't have that. So
Yeah, to move up.
yeah. Sorry, I don't want to do dead air here, but I was just saying to myself, yeah. So they're going offense, and the defense is really picked through a lot of them already. So they have a lot of young guys on defense, so that they need some new offensive guys. So they can get cheaper on that side of the ball and re-sign some of the defensive guys. As we all know, the AJ Brown's going to get traded. They get that money off the books slowly, and then Dallas Goddard, it will probably he is on a 1 year deal. They probably don't re-sign him next year, so they get that money off the books, and then they have a lot of wide receivers on those 1 year deals, as in with Hollywood Brown, Elijah Moore. So they're reloading on offense, which I think is a good idea. I really think now they should go, and because we have the Jets third round pick, so it's a good third round pick. I think we should definitely take best available on the D line or the offensive line help. And the thing about the Astros, the Eagles is that they didn't lose, but the legendary, if they could be Hall of Famers, assistant coach is Stoutland is no longer going to be our offensive line coach. He left. Maybe he was probably I think when the new offensive coordinator came in, I think they wanted to bring in some of their own guys to run that system because he brought his own guys in, money in. So, but he's still gonna be around the facility, so maybe he does help in the off season. But anyways, I'm ranting. I like it a lot. I think that's loading up on offense. And you know what? This has potential to be a better offense than previous offenses because it was AJ Brown, Devontae Smith running the show, and it's Barkley. But now it's 4 or 5 solid wide receivers and 2 tight ends, and we still got a running backs, and we signed Damian Pierce. So this has potential, but it also depends on how healthy this offensive line, because like I said, the guard and center both went to Columbia to get stem cells done on their knees. And Lander Dickinson is talking about retiring soon, so we might have to replace him at left guard. So here we are. The Patriots are now on the board. They didn't really lose anybody significant in the offseason. I mean, I know Diggs went to free agent, but I think Diggs, I don't know, that guy's kind of I don't want to say he's a distraction, but he kind of is. But I think they have their defense is really on the up and up, and it's I think they do go off its here. Romeo Dobbs and Butte are the wide receivers right now. We all know they're probably going to go. AJ Brown's going to go there, but I still think they need a little more umph there. And they did go tackle, but I still think they go offense with this play. Offense with this pick.
I mean, receivers on the board are Zachary Branch, Chris Brazil, and then as well as Malachi Fields. Malachi Fields is more of that outside X, big, not really a deep threat though. Chris Brazil is that big deep threat down the field. Not a great.
RJ, breaking news, man. I wish I could bring this up on the Twitter thing. The Vikings are sending former Pro Bowl linebacker Jonathan Greener to the Philadelphia Eagles for a third round pick. My man, Howie Roseman, freaking killing it. That is awesome. That is great.
I mean, they need the shed cap. I mean, Eagles are in a position where
And he's
last year was deal.
Greenyard reaches a deal with the Eagles for 4 years, $100 million. That makes me think we might not sign Jalen Carter.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I was thinking when he was available, and the rumors that he was available, right? I mean, we can't always say for sure, but when that name is floating around that much, that is a big move.
That is a big move. Holy crap. I mean, that's but like I told you, maybe this is this is age because AJ. I mean, the offense is going to get cheaper with and this. I mean, I don't know. That
I mean, they're not going to
that
get
is a great
cheaper though,
move.
because I mean, because you're going to think about AJ Brown's going to still cost them 20 million the next 2 seasons. So I mean, they're probably backloaded the contract.
Oh man, I love it. That
I think it's a great pick.
Howie is saying with the Super Bowl windows wide open. The two offensive guys who I love, that did great tight end and that getting a steal at the wide receiver, and then trading for a guy who's a known to get after quarterback. Now that hurts the Vikings for sure. And but and yeah, I don't know. I love that. I love that for a third rounder. Um, and I know it still says Philadelphia's up there, but that's gonna be the Vikings pick right there. Let's see if we can hear this right now. Uh,
Jacksonville's pick is in here, and Chicago's coming up here. It wouldn't shock me if Chicago's receiver here. I don't think they'll go Zachary or Branch. I think they'll go a big body. Like if they go receiver, it's going to be Chris Brazil. Because you do pick 3 other picks too on top of this.
and Howie Roseman, that guy wheels and deals.
Right? Well, yeah, I mean, he has a lot of picks, a lot of comp picks, and move picks, and
$50 million guaranteed to Grenard.
all right, Chicago go here, guys. Can't does Chicago take a flyer on McCoy? I guess it's, they got to really trust their doctors. I mean, there's some good corners on the board. I mean, I don't love edges guys left on the board here, guys. In my opinion,
Oh, so they get two third rounders. The third rounder this year, the 98th pick, and a third rounder next year. But I know next year, well, it doesn't matter. If we trade AJ Brown, we're going to get a two first rounders. He's
I
worth.
was
He's going
going
to
to
get
get
one first rounder.
1 and 2. Yeah, one.
If
Well, I guess
If Waddle gets 3 picks and a first rounder, AJ Brown could
I
get
was
more than
under.
that. And Waddle was injured like a son of a gun.
I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying, but teams tend to pay more for youth. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I mean, you're getting a arguably top 5 receiver in the league.
I mean, yeah. We'll see. That's all I got to say on that. But I think a 1 and 3 would be my guess. I'd have to look in Jalen Waddle. I can bring up Waddle's contract here because that is a lot of it. How much does the Dolphins keep? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
The
Man,
signing
and
bonus can't move on. So yeah, so really, he cost on the cap. So they redid his contract. So hard to say here. So a void year, pretty much it's 3 years and 30 million for Waddle to the Broncos. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Doesn't cost him a lot. And honestly, it's really a 2 year contract, guys. It's 2 years and about $22 million. So it's really 211 million.
screen. It is just black. Oh, I did something wrong. Oopsie. Okay. Oops.
Straight away.
Yeah, I know.
If the Bears can land McCoy, it could be one of those good defensive drafts.
So, yeah, just want to show this for everybody that the now we have the Twitter up. Sorry, I had to do that in real time. That the yeah the Eagles, we have it right here. Eagles lost Jalen Phillips the offseason to the Panthers on a 4-year, $102 million deal, and now during the draft week, they're struck a deal to acquire Jonathan Grenard and give him a 4-year, 1998 million contract. So that is amazing. Jonathan Grenard had 12 and a half sacks and made a Pro Bowl in 2024, but a shoulder injury limited him to 12 games with 3 sacks last season. Though his 13.5 pressure rate was ranked 7th in the NFL. And the Vikings are trading down. Yeah, they tell the Vikings get 2 third-rounders. The trade saves the Vikings $34 million in cap space. Yeah. The pick number 9 tonight going to Minnesota in the Jonathan Grenard trade was a compensation pick to the Eagles received from losing free agent Milton Williams and free agency to the Patriots. Sorry, I'm going over this, but this is big for us Eagles fans right now. So it is great. We'll get back to the draft. So that is amazing. They are killing it. Let's go now back to the draft for did I miss it? Did they pick somebody there for the no
No,
what was
they're
the pick
hyping
before the
McCoy to
Bears?
the Bears right now. So having receivers and corners to Chicago right now. I would
Wait,
love McCoy, guys. You can walk away with 2 impact positions. The Bears have taken corners injury. People forget 5 years ago who had injury issues coming out of college. Jalen Johnson would have been a top 10 pick, but he had shoulder issues. Bears have traditionally had really good second round picks. Name a few: Matt Forte, Devin Hester, Peanut, uh, Luther Burden last year. I mean, Ozzie Trapillo, who was looking like he was going to be a great pick in the second round. I know he's going to miss most of the year this year with that knee injury, but we'll see when he comes back. So I mean, we'll see what happens here. I think they go receiver. I hope they don't go a small receiver.
your boy
Um,
Devin Hester.
hey, my man, no action here. First Hall of Fame ever kick returner. Got his rookie card over here somewhere on my TV, by my TV.
I don't know why uh, our mutual friend, he said Hester, they said Devin Hester was making the pick. Now it's an old white guy. What the hell is our friend talking about? The guy doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. Oh, geez. Um, okay.
Logan Jones. I actually like the pick. They were hyping this guy to Chicago on 670. A lot of Olin Kreutz loves him. This is a pick because I think a lot of the DNs are on the board.
Well, they
He's
needed
the
a center. They needed one. So this is a day one starter. Says he's a upper torque and recoverability is great, but it says a day one starter. So this is exactly what the Bears needs in losing the one that now they're not. He's not going to replace Was it Kelman? They're not going to replace that center they lost because he's right away. But they needed a guy to take up in this position and win. They needed it.
Love the pick.
First
I
team
love
All American, and he won the award for the best center.
6'3", he's a 4-year starter. He identifies the Micah Hickey has himself role. Takes false start, plays his feet well enough to stay in front of quick defenders. Jones plays a quick hand inside hand plays when it takes sound angles, time at a second level. It's an effective positional counterback. He's overall a good fit for heavy zone run. That's what Chicago does. They run heavy zone. Love it.
Yeah. You do have to admit though, you said you didn't like drafting for needs, and they did draft for this is a need, but maybe it's a need, a good mix of a need that they needed and is the best available at his position available.
This is a Ben Johnson pick, and I have. If you trust Howie, I trust Ben Johnson.
Hmm. Now the Browns just
Yeah,
came in.
the Bears
RJ, they did.
pick too.
What's that?
They're picking 3 picks here, so the Bears are back on the clock here real quick.
Yes, and the Browns are back in. They have traded the 58th pick, RJ, and they received the 152 from the 49ers. No, they traded 58 and 152 for the Niners for pick 70 and 107.
I
So
love this
there's
pick.
that.
Here's the safety from Toledo, getting a guy in the back end of the second round that has potential. People had it in the back end of the first round. I mean,
Oh yeah,
a lot of guys you love.
he was supposed to be a first rounder. I mean, he's
Mhm.
projected to be a first rounder. I know people don't value safety as much as they used to. So, hey, we said it. The Browns, they got some good players, but who's throwing the damn ball?
They're gonna ride with Sanders. You almost have to. I mean,
Yeah, you
we all
have
know Watson's
Deshaun Happy. You have Deshaun Happy Endings Watson and and Sanders. But if Sanders take a step up, I could see him starting. He was a bit wild, but they have so many good players. That Fan in a tight end, really good pick there. Judkins, good pick there. We'll see how this wide receiver turns out. Jerry Judy's not terrible, still a burner. So they got weapons. They just gotta find a competent quarterback that puts it together. That's the problem here.
if they draft the quarterback here in this draft, I would be really surprised. I mean, you got Gabriel, you've got Sanders, and really next year you can cut them if they're not good. And we all know next year there's 5 potential first round quarterbacks. I mean, a lot of scouts like Moore and Manning over Mendoza. I mean, like I said, only reason Moore went back to school because he got paid, which again, more power to you. So the Texans are on the clock here, and they're already in. Do they trade back in there, or they always pick it here?
Yeah, I don't see the Bears anymore.
Well, they're at 60.
Oh, I see him right there, right before. Oh, so Philadelphia
Honestly,
still keeps their third round pick from the Jets. So we
hmm,
traded the compensatory pick and a third one, and we get our third still back here. Unbelievable. Sorry, Howie. I'm at all with the Howie Roseman. Uh, but yeah, Texans. Like I said, I'm bullish on them next year. Just it all depends on Stroud and that offensive line holding together.
they can go line here. They didn't go as much on line up as possible.
The tight end Billy Miller. Who is this guy? The Texans.
He's
They've only been
he
around for
caught the
like
first ever
20 some
touchdown pass.
years. I know, but besides Andrew Johnson, what tight end, what Hall of Famers do they have on their team?
Hall of Famers. I mean,
Right? The wide receiver, right? Probably the only one.
Andre Johnson. I
Yeah,
mean,
Andre Johnson. I said Andrew Johnson and Andre Johnson. I mentioned him.
I mean,
Other than that, who?
Uh, JJ
AJ
Watt will be
Watt,
one. He's not in yet, but he'll be in. Um, trying to think
okay.
else.
Tight end
I
help.
mean,
There you go.
no, I mean, Owen. Who's your tight end now? I was gonna say Owen Daniels, but that's
Schultz.
a throwback name there for you guys.
It's Schultz, but also, uh, I think Schultz just came back for a 1 year deal. They need more weapons than they need there, so that's good. They need offense, all offense. So, 2 tight end sets, build around Nico Collins. Tank Dell should be back this year. That was a horrific leg injury, so
I mean,
he'll work the slot again.
the Bears did. Hey guys, look, breaking news: the Bears traded out of the pick here. Titans are on the clock.
Or they trade to that's true. The Titans, though.
They didn't. I don't see any details yet, guys, but the Bears moved out of the pick, which I don't
Let's
think they
see
like
here.
it. Oh, wait, you traded more. Let's see what we got. You got 16. See how much we're gonna get. Hopefully, they didn't trade completely out of the second round, unless you're gonna get a
The
one next
Titans,
year.
the Titans have. Here's the trade. Let's go to Twitter here real quick with me and RJ. Oopsie, we can't show that real quick. I don't want to get copyright strike. Let's switch to that and let's do that. Yeah, the right here, the Titans have traded up to the 60th pick with the Bears. Bears receiving the 69th and the 144 pick. So
Get a 4.
yeah, they got a 4. So there's that. Um,
Well, that replaces the pick they traded for Joe Thuney, which honestly might have been the best trade of the year last year. You arguably got the best guard in football last year for a 4th round pick.
Yeah.
then extended him for 2 years.
But why trade back? Why trade in and trade back out?
They traded probably because guys you wanted aren't on the board. I don't I don't think that they wanted to take the guy they just took, and that I thought they get him at 60. I think they thought a D tackle or an edge would be on the board, but no one's on the board. So you might as well move back and accumulate picks.
Man, I love that. I love that Eagles trade. Love that Eagles
I mean,
trade.
it's a good trick. I mean, I thought you honestly, guys, I thought we'd see more
We have a
players
message
come
from a
to the
guy
draft.
named Dan Weber. He said, Bears suck ass in the YouTube chat. uh,
Just
well,
remember,
Dan Weber, this
FBB.
Dan Weber character, if you can hear us, if you're a Packer fan, there's debate here that the Packer fans could go either from first place to last place. If you maybe I don't know if you caught our last stream, but um, who do you like is there any players in the Packers that are an excellent wow player? Like this is a guy who's a game changer because we were debating that and we couldn't come up with one besides Michael Parsons. And he's going to be hurt. So I don't know, Mr. Dan Weber. I don't know if the Packers are going to be so dominant as they have been in that division for so many years.
They're in a short window now, guys. The Packers are.
Yeah,
Because really, I mean,
I know they like the signing by Reed, but they like the extension. But has Reed played a full season yet?
I don't believe so.
Yeah. So I mean, Kraft is good. He's a good tight end. But definitely top 10 tight end in this league, Kraft. But uh, who else is there? I mean, I'm not scared of anybody in the team. Watson's a burner. I like him. I drafted him in fantasy. When he got healthy, he helped me out. But the man hasn't played one full season in his whole career either. So
I mean, the
there's that as
scary thing
well.
is if he has a decent year next year, they're going to pay him $100 million, and there's little chance I pay him $100 million. I mean, the Colts really messed the market up paying Pierce $100 million this year, guys. In my
Dan Weber
opinion,
said none. They stink. Underperforming team. The only thing they do is manage well. That's true, but you have to give the Packers one thing: they do draft very well. Like the small market team, they've been relevant for decades because the quarterbacks they've been drafted. They drafted Love. So they find value in the draft better than I'd say they're in the top five best drafting teams like with the Eagles, but the Eagles just have a bigger market than they do. But the Packers, as of now, I like to see him have an all-star, especially on the offensive side of the ball, because Josh Jacobs might be maybe his legs might be shot. I don't know. I'm hoping not. Okay, Anthony Hill from the Titans, signed
I
a
like the pick.
linebacker. Yeah.
All
So
American back-to-back years.
yeah, good. I mean, load up on if you're not going to be good on offense, load up on defense and be a team that would oppose a lot of pain on the other team. So solid. They got a lot of good defensive players now. Looks like he could drop in zone pretty well. They're showing that 2 interceptions, 3 forced fumbles, 7 forced fumbles in the last 2 seasons, as you can read down here, folks. Yeah, man. The Rams are up. Let's see what they do because I don't care what he says. They who's making that pick? There's controversy that McVay didn't look happy drafted. So was that the GM drafting it? I want to emphasize the defense they got here. They drafted Folk, the Titans, DN, Anthony Hill. They traded for Jermaine Johnson, and they signed Alonte Taylor, a good corner from the Saints. That's solid. And they still have Jeffrey Simmons. This is shaping up to be a very good defensive core of the Titans, as we know them from the past. So good on them. But what do you think? Do you think that was a McVay pick or that was a GM pick and saying like, "Hey, we're gonna plan for the future. Sorry, we're McVay. I know you may want somebody else, but we need some guy now because we don't have picks, a lot of picks next year, first rounders." What do you think? Who do you think made that decision? Or do you think McVay said like, "Yeah, I did it too"?
I think it's just a need pick. I think it's a GM pick. I don't think. I honestly think McVay is going to walk away when Stafford walks away. This is
Hmm.
planning without for both of them. A tight end here
Oh,
for the Max Collar, McClare.
Claire, yeah. But you know what? They have Ferguson. Ferguson's young as hell, and they still have what's his name? What? Yeah,
Maybe,
Jake
maybe
Ferguson is his comp. They have Ferguson. He was a rookie last year, 2 years ago. I think last year.
that's the new game. Having two tight ends that can play across the field. I mean, look at the guys that are two of the best play callers: Shanahan, Johnson, McVay. They want tight ends. They're the biggest mismatch on the field now.
Let me tell you
Look at the
something.
Bears. They went
Go ahead.
Eagles too with them. They had Ertz and Goddard. They kind of started that kind of trend, and so maybe go back further than that. You go back to the Patriots. I'm not going to say one guy's name, but with Gronk.
Let me tell you something. I got some people think I'm a little insane and all this, but look at that front seven for the Rams is good. It's not great. Verse Kobe and Young, they are good. But I had in our last year in our when we were picking games and all that, I had to show people that after the second half, they felt like a stone. That defense, the production of sacks went downhill, and people were like, they kept on praising and praising. Like, there's no sack production. What are you talking about? So it's you know, am I missing something here? But so, I'm just putting it out there that that front seven, it still needs some work. I mean, or maybe they need to grow and get better.
We got the Buffalo traded with Denver and moved into the pick 62. I didn't see any details yet though.
Yeah, they did that. Let's see in real time as we bring up Twitter here if there's any details for us. The Bills have traded up to the 62th pick with the Broncos receiving pick 66 and 182. So that's the trade right there for the Bills. So yeah. And the Titans, like I said, have traded up to pick 60 with the Bears receiving 69 and 144. So I think the biggest trade so far is Grenard going to the Eagles because they gave him a monster deal. That's the biggest trade we have so far.
So the Pats moved up to the so the Trump. So there's just reading stuff on Bleacher Report. The Pats jumped the Bears to take that defensive end. The
Yeah.
Bears really wanted Gabe Jones, who went to the Patriots here. Double check his name. Gabe Jacobus. The Bears really wanted him, and the Pats jumped to Chicago to get him.
Well, I mean, can you blame them?
Hey, it happens. I mean, it could be a great trade. It could be a bad trade. It all depends. These trades are 5 years down the line. You got to look at. There's too many. I think there's too many like instant gratification people want these moves and these draft classes. After 1 year, they're ready to give up, and sometimes it takes 2 or 3 years. I mean, look at Geno Smith's a good example of that. He was not a good quarterback with the Giants,
Yeah, that's true.
and then he ended up being a pretty decent quarterback. But yeah, he wasn't a great top 10 quarterback, but he was a pretty. Turns out to be a pretty good quarterback. Too many guys quit. Look at Mac Jones. He was pretty much looked over in New
We
England.
have
Went to Jacksonville.
another message from Dan Weber, and he says, only thing the Packers seem to care about is not becoming the Bears. How do you have 30 years of Favre and Rodgers and only 2 Super Bowls? Explain it. Yeah, I mean that's been the knock with the Packers. I've been saying for years. The Packers have you. It's so hard to go from one Hall of Fame quarterback to another Hall of Fame quarterback. Not only that, Hall of Fame quarterback to Hall of Fame quarterback to a good quarterback and back to back to back, quarterbacks, and 2 Super Bowls to show for it. That is, come on, man. Like the Patriots had one quarterback, they got 5 Super Bowls or 6 Super Bowls with Brady. Jalen Hurts, 1 year quarterback, 2 Super Bowls, 1 ring. And he's right. Like, how can the Packers? How do you peg that square, whatever you call it? Like they a bit of a disappointment as a franchise when you have that talented quarterback, that many, and they had Jordy Nelson, Devontae Adams. They had a hell of a receiving quarterback then. You know what I'm talking about?
Don't disagree. Everything you said, I agree. I'm not going to jump in here when I agree.
Yeah. Bills are up. They made that trade. They lost Taylor Rapp, good safety. Dane Jackson at corner, as you people can tell, are here. So
AJ Halsey could be a good pick for the Bills here. Safety from LSU. I mean, there's three good receivers on the board here: Zachary Branch, Chris Brazil, and Malachi Fields from Mark's favorite college.
um
And it could be running
well
back here, too, guys, with Mike Washington Jr.
um Dan is saying that you were celebrating the Trubisky over Mahomes draft when it happened in real time.
I was against it. I wanted the safety from LSU back then. I wanted Landry Jones or
Uh,
Ron Landry. I said
but
anybody but this guy.
to your defense, though, I know you were. I think you were a bit excited, but it's hindsight. You don't know what these guys are going to turn into after five. You need a few years to see what they're going to turn themselves into.
And if he was that confident of it, he should be in the NFL being some kind of scout. If you're hitting these guys, hitting quarterbacks like that, he's going to be a stud. I mean, I think
Yeah.
quarterback scouting honestly probably one of the worst scouted positions in all sports.
Yeah. And
You
that
get
and
first
that
round bust. It's like 50-50.
yeah, it is. They are 50-50. And the Packers have a lot to don't have too much to say either, as Dan Weber is saying here. They whiffed on so many linebackers in the first round, and now they're off their team, and so they're not getting their first rounders. They're not getting them correctly as well. So, you know, we'll see why it turns out. They lost what I think like three linebackers in a row. They traded in the first round, and they couldn't hit it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm with you. I can't disagree with that as well. I mean, Cooper may be good, maybe not. I mean,
Yeah, Cooper's the looks like he
Ryan
looks better. Yeah, but they lost. Walker left
Walker.
before Walker. That guy left. So they've been missing out on a lot of defensive guys. That's why they traded for Michael Parsons. They were striking out so many defensive guys. The best defenders they've either signed in the offseason or they traded for the safety from the Giants. What's his name? McKinley. And they traded for Michael Parsons. They never drafted one great defensive guy. Look at Van Ness. He's looking like he's going to be a bust. So Van Ness is looking like he's going to probably be out when his rookie contract's up. So the Packers are not hitting on their first rounders. They're got to bring guys in, and that's why it was unlike them to not to trade for Michael Parsons. They don't. That's not the Packer way. They build by the draft, but they had to do that because the Packers are not good at. They were not good at drafting in the first round picks lately.
Another thing is no one's kind of talked about. It's kind of been under the radar being talked about Gannon going to the Cardinals. They're going to a 3-4. They're going back to a 3-4. So I mean, we're gonna see. I mean, it should help Micah Parsons out going back to his more natural handoff
Yeah,
up
he
on
makes
the
it.
ground.
I know where the pick is in, and we're talking about the Packers and Bears here, but Dan Weber says terrible D line picks. Gary no longer the team. Nick Perry, I forgot about Nick Perry. Dante Jones, Van Ness, like whiffing on these guys, and it's like as I just said, that's why they had to go get Michael Parsons. Like we've been whiffing on these guys left and right. We have no defensive pressure.
The best defensive lineman they drafted in the last 10 years is probably Kenny Clark, who they traded for, who also went out with 2 first-round picks for Parsons.
I don't know if it's a first round pick, but I forgot they drafted Jair Alexander, and then he went. What happened with him? He had some mental health issues. Yeah, so he was an actual. Don't forget, one time he was a top 10 corner, and then now he says he did. I think he just brought up that he's had some battle with mental health issues in the NFL, which can't be easy to do.
No, I hope he gets over those mental health. I think it's help that he actually needs. Mental health is one of the most underdiagnosed and issues that are diagnosed in this country. So I hope he gets help and the help he needs.
Well, especially in NFL where a lot of machismo shit goes on. But
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, here's the Chargers. Sean Marion looking better than ever. Hey, Jake Slaughter, good. That's another good center. A lot of people liked him. I know they're saying basically, and they need this. I was emphasizing that if you got it, Herbert is. I like him a lot, and the only way this guy's gonna be, you're gonna unlock your thing. That offensive line has been god awful. Now, give them credit. Joe Alt and the other guy, the other tackle, were hurt for the majority of the year. So, by bringing in a sender who's probably plug and play, I mean, I think they brought in a guard over in the offseason. The two tackles coming off injured. So, if they're healthy, Herbert might actually remember when they were at one point one of the better offenses in the league in the beginning of the season last year, and then fell off like a stone because of the injuries to the offensive line. So, yeah, good signing by Jay Clark. Started all 25 center. This guy's plug and play. He's only allowed 2 sacks in 2 seasons. So this guy is probably going to start for them immediately. So good signing there. And Weber is responding to you, RJ, saying, yeah, Clark was good, but he wasn't Aaron Donald or Sue from the Lions.
Yeah, he wasn't an elite player, but he was a really good player for a lot of years. You don't play 10 plus years in the NFL because you're bad. He wasn't a game wrecker that those two players were, but he was a really good tackle. And people forget, you also got to think of the scheme. He was a nose tackle. His job wasn't to get up the field. His job was to clog it and let the middle linebackers clean things up there. So maybe if he was allowed to slim down and play the end or kind of 3-4 or slim down and played a 4-3, played the 3 technique, where he's get the field more and more with the passer, maybe he would have been something like that in his younger days. I mean, I was like, I think it's your 13 hours in the NFL, 12, whatever, somewhere in there. He's not the same player.
Yeah.
Guys, this is where this could be a real steal for, I think, Jamar McCoy to go. So I'm going to Seattle. If he ends up going there, that could be a huge.
Yeah, as I'm showing Aaron Report just said 10 minutes ago, Tennessee's McCoy still on the board late into the second round, this is the biggest fall, obviously, in the draft right now. So they are, that could be a steal for somebody once he's fully healthy.
It's got to be meta. It has to be meta related.
Oh, yeah. I mean, usually when it's like this, it's like it is medical related. Weber's responding to you and he says, you don't draft someone that high for average. He wasn't a Will Fork either. Nose players got to be like Ted Washington or Keith the tractor trailer for that terrible team to the south, meaning the Bears.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I mean, time will tell, but I would agree he wasn't.
I think this Weber guy, he wants Mike Holmgren to come into the back in the front doors, but that guy is long. I think he's dead, right? So he ain't coming back. So
no, he's not.
Oh, he's not dead, Mike Holmgren?
No, he's not.
Oh, okay, well, I don't think he's gonna walk through those doors. You got to deal with Matt LaFleur, which Adam really likes. Adam's a big fan of Matt LaFleur. They gave him a 5-year extension, so they're gonna be stuck with him for a while. But we'll see we'll see about the defensive coordinator. Who did they RJ? Do you know who they signed after what's his name left? Jonathan Gannon. Jonathan Gannon. Yeah.
Jonathan Gannon.
Yeah. Well, the Eagles fans love and hate him because the Eagles got a compensation pick because he was talking to the Arizona Cardinals, what they call whatever. He wasn't supposed to talk to him at that time, and it was during the Super Bowl week, and they dropped like all those points the Eagles got put onto them. So Weber, I guess, is not a fan of Holmgren. He said, what does Holmgren have to do? What did he do for us? That's right. Didn't Mark Holmgren get a Super Bowl with Brett Favre?
Well, then he went to Seattle.
Oh, okay. Well, he did win a Super Bowl there, and he said LaFruit, meaning LaFleur, stinks, and fire him now. I think if Matt LaFleur, if he got fired, he'd probably get picked up right away.
Yeah, I think Green Bay I think they were trying to trade him, to be honest with you.
At one point, though, this McVay Shanahan systems, they're going to be broken. And the trend is now following and drafting guys like them. But I'm telling you what, it's going to get broken. Trends come and go. Remember the freaking remember when what's it called with what was that thing called when the receiver plays quarterback or the running back and they do all the Wildcat offense? Maybe that was 2 or 3 years. Yeah, that went out the window. Bud Clark. Because some people wanted maybe him to go to the Eagles from TCU.
Could have
Very
been safety
rangy.
in college.
Yeah.
I
So
mean, I
solid
think
pick
it's going to be
by
around,
the
but really has that
Seahawks.
offense, that tree really been that successful? Let's think about it. The goal isn't to win games; it's to win Super Bowls.
Weber goes,
Win
yeah, he
one
won
Super Bowl.
yeah. Weber goes, yeah, he won he won, and then he jumped ship.
Man, he wants to live in Green Bay.
Yeah, you hear that. And then it was Mike Sherman right after him, right?
Yeah. No, it was Ray Rhodes. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Ray Rhodes was the head coach after
Head
Mike
coach, I think
Holmgren.
he played coach 1 year, 8-8, and got canned. I think Mike
R-
Sherman.
Really, I am drawing a blank. What the hell did he do? What did Ray Rhodes do for the Packers that year?
He was, I don't know. I don't remember.
Ray Rhodes. That is a deep cut right there. Because I thought it was Mike Sherman, then Mike McCarthy, and then LaFleur.
No, it was definitely Ray Rhodes in there. I'm pretty sure of it. However, let me know if I'm right on that one.
Okay, he was hired and fired. He didn't deserve a premium spot at the NFL coach. Guy rode Rogers' coattails. Terrible game management. He went 8-8. He said, "Wow, I forgot about Rhodes. Where the hell did he go after the Packers? Then
Philly, I think.
was it because Andy Reid was entrenched by then? I think since '99.
I think he was the coordinator. I'm gonna look it up. Ray Rhodes, NFL coach. See where he ended up here. Well, he was the head coach of Philadelphia at one point, guys. I don't know when. Let me get to his stuff. He played in the NFL. He was the 10th round pick when there was that many rounds. He was a career.
He's saying he's a Rooney Rule guy.
He coached Philly in '95. There wasn't a Rooney Rule back then, guys.
Oh well.
Yes,
Then he must
he
have
was
been right
assistant
before
coach
Andy Reid. Then
in 95, yeah. Then he went to back coach for the Niners. That's where he got his head coach. He won 4 Super Bowls with that group. Then he was hired by Mike Holmgren to be defensive coordinator, which makes sense. And then after '94, won a Super Bowl, returned to San Francisco. He left Green Bay and returned, went '94 Super Bowl with the Niners, and went. Then he was defensive coordinator in 2002. Then he was a head coach in '95 with Philly, and then he was. It's hard. This is Wikipedia guy.
well, give me the
That's my
year.
first
Just
mistake.
give me the year he coached the Packers.
I'm looking it up right now.
Because I'm thinking the Packers had him for 1 year and that was it. They usually don't you don't fire a coach after 1 year.
I'm looking it up right now.
Ray Rhodes.
'99.
So it was 99. Okay.
He also was defensive coordinator in '92, '93.
Wow, that was a
He
deep
was
cut.
8-8.
So yeah, that's what Weber said. He was 8-8, now he coached in 99. And then it was Mike Sherman then, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Sherman never got to the Super Bowl though, right?
No, he is made famous. He double dipped for a lot of years.
Is
He was
Sherman the
the
guy who got in Warren Sapp's face and then because Warren Sapp did something on the field
he might have.
and then Warren Sapp told him to get a jersey on?
Mike Sherman was famous for getting fired from the Packers, going to coach Texas A&M for a bunch of years, then going to getting fired there and getting a head coaching job with the Buccaneers, and then getting a college coach. He got like double paid for like 14 years.
Weber is saying that he went to Texas Tech, but yeah, he did go in Buccaneers. Him and Warren Sapp got into it, but he also said Sherman sucked too.
I mean, yeah, he was a good coach.
And then
Their biggest mistake
sexy,
for the Packers in the 2000s was not trading a 4th-round pick for Randy Moss.
yeah, but wasn't then like somebody didn't want him to go there? Like, what wasn't there something like that? Didn't Brett Favre want him there? But then I
Oh,
don't know.
wow. Carson Beck going to Arizona.
No, why not? Try it out. They got nothing. They got nothing but they who's going to be the quarterback? Who I mean, who do they have else to play that position? Right?
Brisket. That's about it, I think.
Yeah. So
Rivers' favorite quarterback, Brisket.
no, and they signed Gardner Minshew, and that's not saying
Yeah,
much.
no,
But
he
Gardner
was
Minshew
good.
jumps from anything. Oh, he said he was Texas Tech, and then the Packers took him from Texas Tech, and then from after the Packers went to AM
Oh,
Sherman,
A&M? Okay.
yeah, Texas A&M.
He was Texas team. I don't foul bum coaches.
Man, well, and then the Packers went to go get sexy Mike McCarthy, right?
Yeah. Honestly, I mean, he's coached a long time in the NFL. He might be a Hall of Famer eventually. He's coached a long time in the NFL.
Yeah, he has one ring, right?
Well, ring, yeah. I mean, he's made the
Yeah, Carson
Cowboys.
Beck,
Thing.
his stats are not so bad. The Cardinals, hey, look at you know what? It's the third round. You're taking a flyer on this guy. You have Brissett and Minshew at quarterback. So why don't you get somebody who could possibly turn out to be a diamond in the rough?
And if he ends up being bad, he might be the worst team in the NFL this year, and then you end up getting a top, getting Archie Manning or more, or
If
choose your
I'm Carson
quarterback.
Beck, I'm liking the situation. They could be
Lockdown
like,
draft.
hey, yeah. So I'd be like, let's say they do suck, and like, let's see what Carson Beck has. Let's throw him out there, and he'll get some time to shine, try to shine.
I mean, will they trade Brisket maybe? Go with Garden Minshew and Beck. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think this is the Broncos' first pick, isn't it?
I
No,
believe
is it?
so. I think so.
Um, let's see here. Ian Rapport seeing something. Let's see what he's saying. I'm jumping a little late here. Uh, okay. Nothing new from the Scheffler's trade here. I'm gonna take this down real quick. I'm gonna refresh it. So, excuse me. Weber said him winning the Super Bowl prevented him from getting canned.
Not wrong.
Okay, yeah, I was a little behind you. So they picked Tyler Oninium. Onium.
Yeah, D tackle from Texas A&M. That's the third or fourth defensive lineman Texas A&M has gotten drafted. No, Texas Tech. Sorry, a lot of Texas
Yeah,
schools. You guys.
it was the Broncos' first pick. So I was right about that. So, wow, yeah. Yeah, sure, solid pick. I mean, they go defense. The Broncos. What else is new? I know they traded Tyler. They got Waddle, but so it's Waddle, Franklin, and Sutton. But I think Ingram left. So who's at tight end now? So I think they should have got another weapon. I'm not. Maybe Franklin could be a decent number 3, but I'm not sold on Franklin. But so I think they could have went to got another weapon there.
You got to remember
Oh
too
no!
on
Wait! Not
Monday.
even that. Harvey is not a number 1 running back, and to resign J.K. Dobbins, Mister Injury Prone, no, thank you. They should have got a. I don't know who's available at running back, but it's something.
You got to remember too. After Monday at 3:00, they can sign vets. Don't count against the competition pick calculator. So you're gonna see
Weber
guys.
Weber are he did play football, so he is our football player experts, if you will. He said the defensive tackle they just drafted. He said slow hip speed on this defensive tackle to the Broncos. He will be out of the league in 3 to 4 years. Okay, edge by they need it. I'm liking it. Yeah, Max Crosby and then Pete, the guy they signed the other end. I like what the Raiders do. So RJ, in my previous thing. I like the Raiders over 5.5 wins because that's a prediction. You got Mendoza at quarterback. You got Brock Bowers. You got a better some offensive line help, but they get Max Crosby now. They Kobe Dean, Walker, and Walker's better than what they had before. You have this guy now. Oh, the guy they got the guy, the other defensive end, something Petty, QE. I said his name, but I can't say it right now. And now this guy, and so they're putting up a solid defense, and the safety Stukes. So they are putting up a really solid defense with the new head coach. That is who's the new head coach? It's who's the head coach for the Raiders?
It's the guy from Quint Kubiak, I think.
Yeah, that's it.
Offensive player from Seattle.
And here are the Eagles. They drafted one of
Already, by the way.
yep, the wide receiver fell to them, and Lemon, and then they get a great tight end who he played slot in jumbo packages, and they trade for Jonathan Grenard, guy who had 12 sacks, 12 sacks, 12 sacks, and now we have the Jets' third round pick. I don't know who we're going to take. I'm guessing offensive line, but Howie Roseman season is here, and I can't wait till the AJ Brown thing so we get more details on that because I think they will get a first round for him in next year's draft. But I hope this is not a sign. I am worried that this might be a sign that we're not going to sign Jalen Carter to a bigger deal. I am worried about that. Maybe they don't want to pay him because he will reset the market for defensive tackle probably. But I'm hoping he doesn't. So let me see if Adam Scheffler said anything new. If the Eagles did something. No, the Eagles are sticking to their guns with this pick. I got to think that it's offensive line. I don't know if there's anybody.
Hunter Dunker, maybe Sam Heck, the center.
Yeah.
Kansas State. I mean, Caleb Turanian's another one for the tackle from Northwestern, offensive tackle.
Yeah, let's see here. Jerry McCoy, they could get him. Yeah,
I mean,
I don't
offense
think.
back here.
Yeah, my gut tells me it's gonna be the guy from Iowa, Dunker, or it's gonna be the guard from Oregon, Pregon, something like that.
Yeah, I mean, never gonna have too many.
Or safety from the guy from the LSU.
Hockley, yeah. I mean, I just don't know.
McCoy, if you want to save,
Now's a reach time. Last year was fourth round, I think. Will Johnson went last year to the Cardinals, and he ended up having a good year. But what happened? Got hurt.
Yeah, it's true. Weber says Howie does a nice job. Goes for players. I like it. They need someone to help Barkley. Well, they got Tank Bigsby. Tank Bigsby was actually doing good when they started using him because the offensive coordinator we had before was inept. But when they started doing, he's averaging more than 7 yards a carry. So he's a good backup. And they just signed Damian Pierce from the Texans, who almost had 1,000 yards rushing in his rookie year. So Barkley does get help. The other thing about Barkley, the whole running game in general, I know you had him on your fantasy team, Weber, is that the offensive line was all beat up. The center gone out, the left guard, and then Johnson, the right tackle, was out for 8 to 9 games. So the whole offensive line was beat up last year. So I think what's going to help him more, the Barkley, is the offensive line, and because they went to go get stem cells, the center and the left guard, for the Eagles went to Columbia to get stem cell surgery done to their knees. So hopefully that does work out for the Eagles because it's one of the better, arguably the best offensive line in the league. So I can't wait to see what it says. They added more. To be honest with you, there's not many weak spots on this team at all. I know I just mentioned the offensive line being hurt, and they do need some safety help a bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if they don't. But so I'd be surprised. Maybe they pick for the future here. But
I think they're going to go tackle. Always tackles my guess.
Yeah.
Marco Bell, I was right. He's huge, 6'9". He's a monster. This is the heir apparent. Could be the heir apparent Lane Johnson. He's huge. He's a road grader.
God dang. 6'9", 346. He's wow.
A massive human being.
Weber says Jason Peters clone. Yeah, the guy is massive. Um, I wonder. I mean, he might be too big for a guard, but the Eagles drafted Sheen, who was the tackle from Alabama, and they moved him to right guard. And he did not allow a sack in 2025 and 550 pass block snaps. He didn't allow one sack.
So a Kuiper is saying he lacks bend at tackle. A very not quick hips, what they're saying out of him. That's what people are saying here. But
God, he's big.
he plays high, they said too.
Well,
Oh,
yeah,
Chicago's back in the cut. Take McCoy. I
and Howie we trust, but yeah, so we'll see. Yeah, the Bears are up. They who would they pick in the first two picks again? RJ, remind us.
took Dallin Thiemann and James Logan, the center and a safety, both positions in need. I mean, but
Weber says he's a tackle. You just gotta get some of that baby fat off and faster feet, and he should be good. Is this Devin Hester with the kid? No, I can't tell how big Devin Hester is.
he's tiny. He's not very big.
No, he is pretty tiny, but or unless Goodell is pretty big. Well, here you go, Packer and Bears fans. The Bears are up. Who do they pick? I know Adam and Weber are at the edge of their seats to see what their second favorite team in the league is going to draft. Pick 69. Hell yeah. So here we go. Oh no, it's not David Hester. It's Timothy and Thailand from Inspired Change, RJ. Inspired Change. It's probably some, some thing they do help with the kids and stuff like that. Oh, I see.
Tight end. What the hell?
Oh my god, what is that?
Tight end Sam Roush. He's huge. He's 6'6".
Yeah, I hear you, but
Shocker pick.
come on now. You got Komet and you got Gloveland. Unless you're training Komet now. What do you do with three tight ends? A backup tight end. Come on now. That is
Unless you're gonna play him for. I don't get this pick. I'm his daddy. He's part of a big family, like a football family, I guess.
Sure, that's cool, but like, what are you? I mean, you have Cole Kmet unless you're trading him now, or you're thinking about the future. I don't know I am befuddled here. I don't understand what the hell
I
they're
don't know.
doing.
This is a weird pick.
Great.
I
His
mean,
uncle's a great they're saying his great uncle's a pro football Hall of Fame, his actor, whatever. Who cares? Why are you picking a tight end?
big tight end. He's 6'6". I don't get it. I mean,
Weber says you got Weber says you got LaFruit picking for you too.
I mean, hey, everyone gave him a hard time last year. He took Loveland in the top 10. They ended up being arguably one of the best players in that draft class. So I mean,
but this is a tight ends that definitely need a need they don't need whatsoever.
I think that means I'm sorry, I got the charger here, but I think this means that Komet stays numbered. So I think maybe he can be traded soon. This is not a pick you do for now, but you're going to be it for another year, and then you're going to move on for Komet. Definitely drafting position of power, unless you're sticking to their big board. You know what I mean?
Yeah. 49ers go edge, picking the edge from Texas Tech, which, they need somebody to get after the quarterback since their defense is always hurt and Robert Saleh's gone. So they need all the defense help they can get. They go back-to-back edge, the 49ers. Like I said, they need it because their defense is hot garbage. So Commanders, Bengals, Saints, Browns, Dolphins, Steelers. Got Green Bay. I see Green Bay on there. He's at the end there. So Weber says He's not Kelsey or Gronk. No one trades for tight ends, man. Talking about, I think he's a
Tight
commence.
ends are the new positional mismatch you do now.
But I mean, I don't know. Like,
I mean,
who's
you gotta
tell me
trust.
right now? Who's a Chicago writer that I give me a guy who's a Chicago insider who's online.
Brad Briggs. There's six. Let's go to 6-7 to score, and they have a ton of guys up on there.
Okay, well, we are in real time. We are going
No
to
one's gonna like the pick. I can tell you that much. They don't understand it, and I don't understand it either.
I'm
Especially
trying to
with Zachary Branch on the board, Jamad McCoy on the board. I would have loved Emmanuel Perry on there. I know the Bears picking like they picked late in this round too, but
I can't find 670 on Twitter. Do you know anybody else like a name you could give me?
I don't remember. Um, Brad
Who's the
Briggs.
guy? Who's the guy
Who's the
who's
guy at
on
Fox Sports?
Nick Wright? Yeah, I was about to ask you, who is he?
I don't remember his name. I was drawing a blank.
Because it's because some guy was drafting this. Logan Jones was picking the 57th pick. He'll receive a lifetime of Heinz company ketchup for the rest of his life. Well, that's
That's
cool.
awesome.
Yeah, I agree, Weber. The Skins did fall off last year, the Commanders, but the thing about that is that their defense was super slow. They were dumb to go to sign all those veterans. What's his name is gone. Um, Lattimore, Bobby Wagner, a lot of those guys are all gone. They need to get younger. They need to get faster. So here we go. The Bears already flush with tight end. Add again in the position. Stanford, tight end. Sam Rogers, a different type of tight end though. But what are you gonna do? Pit three tight end. Now look at maybe Ben Johnson knows something. Maybe pitting three tight ends out there and jumbo formations and all that kind of jazz. Maybe that does something.
He
But that's come on. You paying all that money to tight ends.
he does like tight ends. I'm not gonna lie. So I'm gonna read some of his post is free. He measured with he's got short arm length, which makes it harder for him to play with inside hands or block at the point of attack. When not able to shoot it inside, he has the power and strength to maintain blocks. He does a good job securing blocks against smaller edge rusher linebackers. As a receiver, he is short in with threat with surprising 49 receptions, 25. He has average hand drop 4, he has a feel for where to sit in zones. He was going to be like a blocking tight end, but he's 6'6", 267. And Ben Johnson does like running the three tight end set. Sorry, and the Bears ran I think the second most or the most and most sets out of the two tight end sets in the NFL.
Yeah.
No, I mean we'll see. I mean with the Ben Johnson pick, I think he's offensively earned some trust there.
Sure, I get that, but you're in a division that is stacked. I would get best available or not something that you're flush with talent already. So, you got to keep with the Packers. You have to keep with the Lions, and you got to keep up with now the Minnesota Vikings who have Kyler Murray. So this guy is he gonna help you put an extra a W, an extra game on the record? I don't see that. This guy's not in a help the needle game being pushed to win the division. So I don't get it. I don't like it.
I
This is one of
don't.
the I'm gonna tell you now. This is one of my least favorite second day picks so far, or maybe it takes the cake because this is that. I mean, you're flushed with that to position. You're flushed with it.
Yeah, I don't understand either. I'm not gonna try to defend something that I can't defend this unless you're gonna trade Komet.
Yeah, I know. I mean,
If you trade
uh,
Komet, then it makes sense.
yeah, Weber, Jaden Daniels has a good chance to come back. They have nothing but Scary Terry though at wide receiver. So they need more help there. They did bring in Rashad White and Jameer Ford for running back, so that the running back room will be better. Zach Ertz is pretty much done, so he's gone. But Jaden Daniels is a twig. He's like 175, 185 pounds. So and he needs to stop. If he keeps on risking his body, he's going to get shellacked. So, but he does have a chance to. I do like him. I do like Jaden Daniels a lot. So, but he needs to be careful, or he's not going to go nowhere. And they need help. Scary Terry, and that's it. They need somebody else out there because Debo's gone. Um, So let's see if they go here. I would suspect they're going offense, but um, who knows? Who the Commanders pick? They picked that guy from Ohio State, right? Stanley.
Hmm.
So you like them, right?
It did.
Yeah, I mean that's a good replacement for after losing Bobby Wagner. Yeah, this old guy is taking forever for the Commanders. Come on, bro. Like I don't know what you're saying. I don't care. Good job, Commanders. Yeah, okay, good for you. All right. Let me see what this guy's saying. These things are important.
My lord, this is a ramble. This is worse than McAfee.
He's talking about Styles now. Who, dude? He's talking about Dan Quinn.
20
Oh
away at
God.
receiver. Let's see.
All right, dude. Go
5'11",
home.
187.
They needed to go. Like I said, his comp is Jaden Reed, but comps are so stupid. Like this guy, they're so dumb. Well, they need a wide receiver. I was just telling our chatter here, Dan Weber, that they Commanders needed more help than Scary Terry. Debo's gone, and after that, it's a crapshoot. Noah Brown, it's like nobody you're really scared of. So they needed a guy. They say he's a speedster, yards after the catch kind of guy. So they need him. So I'm not surprised by that. They go Styles, linebacker, which I needed help on defense, and now this guy. So not bad. Weber said that he finds McAfee, the guy who has that TV show. He's very attracted to him. I don't know what that means. Um, all right,
McAfee. That's a
Bengals are
cool,
in.
cool.
The Bengals are had a good offseason. I like the trade they did for Dexter Lawrence. They need to give Burrow some help. That the guy can't do it all. I do like Chase Brown, the running back. They have one of the better wide receiver duos in the league. Good tight ends. So they went all defense. Let's see if they keep that trend up again. I forgot who they drafted their first pick, but yeah, they need it. Okay, corner. There you go. 6'4", 194
Wow,
pounds.
6'3", almost 6'4". He's a big corner.
Yeah. His comp is Rick Woolen, because he's not a big corner too. But they need it. Like I said, they needed they
I
need.
thought they'd go tackle here.
Yeah,
Give them
I
some
like
help
to
in the
see
offensive
their.
line.
I like to see all their picks right now. But that's what they did. They need all the help they can get on the defensive side of the ball because they were god awful. They needed to put up 50 points a game just to win a game. So it's like, and you know what is you got to hope Burrow plays a full season too. That guy,
Gotta protect
um,
them.
yeah, I know he keeps on getting bulldozed by the defenders because offensive line. So they went edge, they went tackle, just they went corners. This makes sense to me. They need to get help because uh, you know it's terrible. But what I think they need is they need to go some of the offensive line back again. Um, as I do this in real time, I know the pick is in for the Saints. I don't want to miss it.
I
Uh,
know that some little breaking news here. The Giants are calling any kind of trade talk for Thibodeau no trade. Not true. So just a little more talk about the Saints. I know they were talking about making that deal.
Yeah, the Giants have traded up to the 74th pick with the Browns, who receive the 105 and 145, along with a 2027 fourth round pick. So the Browns
Another
get three
tight end who
picks.
gets got taken.
Man, I'm so glad the Eagles got their tight end when they did, because now they're coming off the board like nobody's business.
I think it's one of the big depth spots in this draft was tight end too. I think it was O line, D line, and tight end.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm a big fan of Juwan Johnson for the Saints. I've been a big proponent for him for a while, for the last 2 years. and he really kind of came out of his shell last year because of the injuries, and he helped out. So I think him plus Jawan Johnson, that's gonna be a nice tight end combo for Tyler Shook.
Yeah, tight ends are one of those mismatch guys. A lot of these big time play callers want. I mean, look at I'd say the top three are McVay, Shanahan, and Johnson. What do they all want? They want athletic tight ends, big tight ends.
Yeah. So yeah, like I said, they got Travis and Alvin Kamara, and they drafted Jordan Tyson. I forgot. So they're going all offense. They got to help Tyler Shuck. Jordan Tyson, they got to pray to whoever God they believe in to stay healthy. Then Oscar Delp, Travis and Alvin Kamara, probably another backup, and Chris Olave. So if Tyler Shuck could take a next step up, RJ, if I pick my top teams like over unders, and I like the Saints to go over their win total production, their total wins as well, which I think was 7.5, I believe it was. I could see him get to 8 games.
I like the Saints. I think Shuck is a lot. People give the Saints a lot of hard time. They took Shuck over Sanders, and it was the right call.
Yeah. Picks in for the Giants. They kept their two first rounders. A lot of people liked who they picked. Let's see who they go now. I don't know if you saw Malik Neighbors. He actually said, like, why did we draft another guy at that position? He said that in live television on Bleacher Report. So he's not dogging the guy, but he's just saying, oh, wide receiver. I said this yesterday. They need a wide receiver to help out Malik Neighbors. Robinson left. Corey Bellinger left. Oh yeah, he's a
6'5".
Yeah, he's a throw it kind of gotta go grab it kind of guy. 4'6".
Yeah, but
So that's what he is.
That's his knock. He's not good down the field vertical. But I don't think
And
he's gonna be asked to go down the field. It's gonna be Napers looking to go down the field. He's gonna be an intermediate 15, 10 intermediate type of guy. Kind of reminds me a lot of
the update.
Man, just drew a blank.
The update quarterback of Scatterboo and Dart is that Dart is going to play. He'll be ready for the opening day. He'll be open for the regular season. Scatterboo, they said he should, but his injury was worse than Jackson Dart's. So Scatterboo, I think, will be ready, but they said they're taking it slow. As Adam said, that guy eats cement, and he's not the smartest tool in the shed.
The guy I was thinking was Donald Driver. Not a big deep tip, but really good route runner, Hines Ward type kind of guy. Goes across the field, good blocker.
Yeah, I mean, I want to compare to them two guys, Donald Driver and Hines Ward. Is Donald Driver Hall of Famer? Because I know Hines Ward is.
No, I don't think Hines Ward's a Hall of Famer either.
I thought he made it.
No,
the bar is now low for the NFL Hall of Fame now, so
it's pretty high for receivers though. That's the one they have a hard time. I mean, Chris Carter took a long time to get in. Well, he's a way better receiver.
Yeah. Besides that, like I said, it's they needed. I called it. They needed help on the offensive side of the ball because it's just Malik Neighbors and he's coming off a serious injury himself. So they draft Fields, the big guy. Nothing new, no trades. Looks like down the road here for any of the NFL teams. Ian Report. Okay, nothing new from him. Yeah, I still want to know what the Bears are doing. Let's read the Bears reaction on Twitter as I click on the hashtag. I'm
sure it's not going to be good.
Let's see here. Trending the Bears first round. Okay, no, I don't want to. So I got to be careful.
I like the second round pick. I like the center pick. He's the perfect scheme fit for the Bears do offensively. Zone, good pass blocker. I know Weber said he had short arms. But.
I'm seeing the right reactions. This guy said the Bears have more tight ends than pass rushers. I'm so glad the Bears took not Logan Jones. I'm just trying to find relevant. Let's see here. This is the latest here in real time. Okay, wait. This guy said, now these are just people. These are not insiders. He says Ryan Poles admitted he plans on trading Cole Kmet with this pick. But what's the plan? Like, I didn't read that. Bears director of player personnel Trey Kozalo on how new tight ends team Sam Rush fits in the with Colson Love and Cole Kmet. The more the mayor in the right end room, tight end room. Yeah. So a lot of
I'm not
people
sure.
are not really happy. Gotta love the Bears media freaking out. Apparently, media is freaking out. The local media, RJ.
Not
Uh,
surprised.
there's so it sounds like this is going to be this guy's just gonna be a backup after either a future pick. The
Yeah, I
Bears
think.
sealed Cole Kmet's fate with surprising Sam Rush pick.
Yeah, I think he'll. It's not the next year pick. I think he's going to sit behind Komet. And next year he'll get cut or traded, or maybe he'll get traded. Someone will offer a pick, and they may move him. Don't love it, but like you said about, got to trust your offensive play callers. I mean, he was going to have his hands all over this draft.
Yeah. Weber said the Hall of Fame, the Hall of OK. It's not as egregious as the Basketball Hall of Fame. That they let everybody and their mother in that thing. I know there's a difference between the basketball and the NBA Hall of Fame, but the basketball one, like, I mean, if you played solid few years, so the big board for Daniel Jeremiah, Jerry McCoy, Scott, Kyle Lewis, Pregon, the guard. So the pick is in for the Dolphins. I do see Green Bay Packers and the Bears now down the line here, so they are coming up. Um, you know, with Miami, throw a dart at the board, and that's the player they need. So it doesn't really they could draft anybody because they need anybody. They need everybody and anybody. So it really not matter who they pick here.
I think they're going to go receiver here. That's my gut feeling.
hmm. Caleb Douglas, the wide receiver from
Yeah,
Texas Tech. Boy,
very
they need it.
consistent.
Because the big guy they signed in the offseason for the wide receiver room, RJ.
No, who was it?
They signed Tutu Atwell. That was their big acquisition in the wide receiver room. Okay.
Solid pick.
Yeah. So
He looks
that
big.
definitely, yeah. You can do it. So that's so bad there. But I don't know. Caleb
He's
Douglas.
kind of Weber's favorite player in offseason too, Malik Willis.
Yeah. Just watching the Astros just get pounded by the um Yankees. Back-to-back 100-yard seasons, six receiving touchdowns. So that's pretty good.
Wow!
All right, Dolphins on the way to the Super Bowl. Here they go, RJ. But Steelers.
On the clock.
Steelers are on the clock. Let's see who they go for. They do need a lot of help themselves. Not a lot of help, but their defense kind of took a step back. TJ Watt did not really look like himself. So who they traded that safety they had.
Yeah,
So
but he also got picked up Brisker. Brisker is one of those guys. I think he's a lot of talent. Played for Chicago. He couldn't stay healthy. On a 1 year deal.
yeah, but TJ Watt's a heart and soul. If TJ Watt does not come back to his, can you blame the guy if he has a step back? He was like playing. He had to play like Superman, like a maniac to keep the team like the defense, humming, if you will. The way he plays is very violent, so it's hard to stay healthy with playing that way. But I think Mike McCarthy, if anything, he knows how to get offenses on the right track. That's why people think Aaron Rodgers is coming back, but didn't him and Mike McCarthy have a falling out a little bit?
He did. I think he is part of the hire there. He gave his stamp on it.
Okay, Joey Porter, he's there, and his son. What that's a good family duo right there. I mean, his father, Joey Porter, is better than the son, but nice little duo there. Rodgers and Big Mike are gonna get something go. Are gonna get something go this year. are going to get something to go this year. Weber
Oh,
said.
Drew Adler, quarterback,
Well,
Penn State,
they
taking home
they
field
had
advantage.
to they had to draft a quarterback because like if Aaron Rodgers like I'm gonna just peace out, see you later. They needed somebody. He broke his ankle in October. He probably would have went up a little higher if that didn't happen. But he's 6'5", so I don't know. I think they needed to do this because, like I said, um, they do not know if Rodgers is coming back. I know everybody's saying it's a for sure thing, but it's not. Aaron Rodgers might be saying peace out. He might go into his hippie libertarian dumb brain cave and he might go somewhere and God knows what. But they needed to get a quarterback. This needed to happen. I like that they took the initiative and got a quarterback and not somebody like in the fifth to sixth rounds. Somebody now. And I know he kind of didn't live up to the potential with Penn State. He had a lot more. I remember him being talked as a first rounder. You remember that?
He was, and Penn State had a bad year. Whoa, big move here, Weber. The Packers have moved up to pick 77 here.
Oh, the
But
Packers are made a big trade. Let's see if we have any advice on here. Let's get Twitter up here
as you're
in
doing that,
real
Mark, we
time
talked about
here.
Drew Adler. Drew Adler's a four-year starter, was potential top 10 pick going into this year. Obviously, he got hurt. Penn State was bad. James Franklin got fired like 5 games in. Falls to the 3 round. Um, he's a big kid, thick kid. Uh, I like it's the project quarterback. I mean, Mike McCarthy's known for his quarterback development.
Yeah, I mean, I like the pick a lot. So the nothing yet on the Packers trade. Let's check it. Let's check in rapport, see if he has anything to say here about the Packers to the Steelers. Talk about Drew Aller. Steelers add their QB room, selecting Penn State Drew Aller at number 76 pick. Aaron Rodgers has not yet committed to returning. Pittsburgh's open to dealing Mason Rudolph as Aller joins Will Howard. So Weber is saying they need a pass rush. I think so too. Um, so nothing on that. Let me just see something real quick.
I don't see anything right now.
Pick is in for the Packers. He's coming up to the
This has
coming
to be
up.
a lineman here.
Here we go, Weber. John Kuhn looks like he's been eating ham sandwiches.
Chris McKellen, offensive tackle.
Oh, Weber. Defensive tackle, Chris McCullen, 48 tackles, 6 sacks in 2025, 17 tackles for loss, 11 QB harries in his career of Missouri and Florida. He has a good club rip move, they're saying. Club rip move. So he has a career 10 and a half sacks with Missouri and 17 tackles for a loss.
So
Wow.
he
Well,
plays high too, I guess.
so as our Packer fan who's usually here who does this for us, he is not here. But we have a Packer fan in the chat. What give the grade, Weber? What's your grade on the Green Bay Packers signing this defensive tackle? And does he start? Does he play backup position? What does he play? Because I'm curious. Because Wyatt is hurt, right? He plays defensive tackle, but he's hurt. I don't know when he's coming back. Right? Am I wrong for saying that? RJ, isn't Wyatt hurt?
He broke his ankle, I think, or broke or something with his ankle. He should be back for the year though.
Still nothing from this. There's no trade details with the Packers trade. Surprised about that. Let me see if in
We'll look for it
rapport has
out,
anything
too.
to say this. No, nothing. Nothing. Surprise. Um, he says our Packer fan in the chat says he's aggressive, good movement. He likes him. He's a little tubby. They will trim him up and give him a chance. This is a deep. He gives it a B plus, a B plus from the Packer fan that we uh
So
our
let's see
Packer
if
fan
Pat's
in the
Weber is
chat.
the grade of him. Let's just see what the draft analysis from Matt Miller. This is a very good frame, ability to occupy block a linebacker play downhill. McLean plays very heavy handed, does a good job controlling his net with attack. His strengths are anger and taking double teams, but at times he can play too high, which makes him more being washed out of the play despite his strengths. That is his pre-draft analysis.
I wanted to just check with Skip Bayless, even though I hate him. I want to see what he said about the Eagles trade. And he says, Howie Roseman strikes again. I said on Arena Gridiron after the combine that Eli Towers from Vanderbilt will be a better NFL pass catcher than Sadiq. Incredible hands, body control, all world leaping ability. And Howie just added him to add Malik Lemon. Eagles are flying. Well, thank you, Skip. Usually you hate the Eagles, but yeah. Let's get back to the pick, the draft. That is, I mean, let's see here. Okay, so the picks in for the Colts. Weber says he's going to play zero technique, the nose, almost positive.
Yeah, I mean, going to a 3-4. I mean, I would agree with that.
And here's the Colts, RJ. They signed Daniel Jones. They missed the playoff 5 year for the last 5 seasons. They drafted a linebacker with the first pick. In my opinion, they overpaid for Alec Pierce. They gave him a monster contract, and they have who's their backup? I have no idea. Ede Mitchell's gone. Pittman is gone. I think it's I forget. I know their wide receiver well. I just can't think of it right now. I think they need more offensive help. I truly do. But their defense needs help too. If the secondary stays healthy, they could do it well. Here comes McAfee again.
Oh.
Have another drink, McAfee. Oh, sorry, hit my microphone. I'm sliding here. What'd you make a noise for? You're like, ah.
Pat Mack, because he was pretty funny. He said, "Give it up to the Baxter Boys." Band name. It was funny.
And now he's doing a magic trick on stage.
And he's
Okay.
McAfee.
Yeah, I think McAfee's had a few drinks.
Probably high. High as a kite.
Yeah, I remember when he was like, I don't know. I'm not a fan of him. Everybody does, but whatever.
I used to like him, but he got too overbearing. When he first started, he wasn't that bad.
ESPN took him back a bit. They had him everywhere. They saw like, hey, we're tired of seeing this guy in our face, and they took a slow approach and start taking taking a step back and stop hitting him in every person, trying to be like their, that dumbass Porknoy from Barstool Sports. So the Colts choose. Let's see who the Colts choose. They need a lot of help. I don't think Daniel Jones is still that guy. Danny Dimes. It's not like they're going to go quarterback.
Like AJ Halsey, I was talking to Eagles might want from LSU.
Yeah, good. They need.
McAfee's such an idiot.
He said Wyatt has to play the 5, and they got a couple other guys to fill the other 5. Carl Brooks, is he still there? I don't know.
What does Weber think about the change from a 4-3 to a 3-4?
Our Packer chatter, Mr. Dan Weber, what do you think about the defense going from 4-3 to a 3-4? That's the question. So I don't know. Jonathan Gannon, he's gonna. Damn, he's a pretty big safety. It looks big.
He's 5'11", 215. He's actually smaller than Downs and Thielman.
Pick is in for the Falcons. RJ, This pick
Mhm.
comes in. I'm gonna go get a drink of water. So why don't you
Yeah.
keep the fans entertained with this pick? And
All right.
oops,
8
hit the wrong
interceptions
button.
to 2024. Mr. Gimme That. That's his nickname. So picking here is 79th pick here, guys. Zachariah Branch. I like the pick. A little short, but he's a burner. He's gonna stay in Atlanta. Taking the hometown kid. Another one. It's 5'9", 177. Great burst, short area quickness, big play college ability. 41st down in 2025. His elite initial acceleration can separate from defenders quickly, but can he stop? That is the question. And stop and start on a dime. Britt does not shy away from time, but he will run over track. He still needs to polish his route run. I mean, that's the big thing in the NFL. If you're not a good route runner, it doesn't matter. Also, as a punt returner and a kick returner. So I like the pick. I, I don't know if that was a pick for Atlanta to make there. I mean, they're offensively have a lot of weapons, starting with Bijan Robinson. You got Kyle Pitts, as well as Drake London. You do need multiple receivers. I'm not too sure who the number 2 is there. Well, this seems like a luxury pick within a really bad defense who needs some pass rush. I mean, especially with Zachary Pierce probably going to miss a good chunk of the season after his arrest. And he did get domestic violence, I believe, and harassment charges uh, diverted. Um, but this is a good value pick here. A lot of people have been late second, mid to late second round pick. You get him in the mid third here. We will see what he developed in. A lot of speed, though. As we know, a lot of NFL, they want to stretch the field down the field.
All right, what I miss? Who would they get
Take
there?
Zachary Branch,
Oh, okay,
little
wide
short.
receiver.
Yeah, but he's fast. I mean, speed kills in the NFL. I'm going to take a
Uh,
step away here for a second after this pick.
um, to your question about the 3-4-4-3, Weber says they're better suited for it. And uh, and
Okay, makes sense.
okay. So the Ravens selection is here. So the Falcons chose their wide receiver, right? They really don't have anything besides Drake London. I think that guy with that last name who played for the Bears, who has the last name starts with a Z. Who's the guy for the Bears who started with the Z? The wide receiver. He went there.
Yes.
Yeah, I think he went to the Falcons. And now here you go,
What did
another
he
wide
take?
receiver. 6'4".
Big receiver. I mean, I like. I'm a fan of bigger receivers. I'll take a little bit of slower receiver. I like the more Levante Adams, Mike Evans here. I'm going to step away for a quick.
Um, they need help. It's always Rashad Bateman. It's Rashad Bateman. It's Zay Flowers. I've been telling you guys, I told you guys yesterday in the stream that uh, the Baltimore Ravens need more help on the offensive side of the ball because they've been putting out the same guys for years. Zay Flowers, Bateman, Mark Andrews. Yes, they did go pick up Derrick Henry, but that's all they've been the same people. They need a changeup. Is just Jacoby Lane guy going to make a difference? I'm not sure, but they need to do something. They need to add something. This guy's 6'4", 200 pounds, runs a 4.47. So, I guess, that's it. But they went guard, edge, and then wide receiver. I don't know. The Ravens, I'm not sold on their draft. I'm not sold on them in general. I took the under 11 and a half runs against the Ravens. I don't care that Lamar Jackson's going to be more healthy. The guy's getting knocked around a lot. And it's like I said, it's the same old, same offense all over again. All right, I could turn this Yankees and Astros game off because the Yankees and Astros, as I told you guys, to take the Yankees to cover the 1.5 runs because the Astros were putting up a terrible pitcher. and I'm glad they're losing. So, Jacksonville Jaguars pretty much didn't do too much in the offseason. I did not like their offseason. They let Travis Etienne go. So there's that. They really didn't bring in anybody else. They lost one of their better linebackers. So they really didn't after making the playoffs, they really didn't get any better. So looks like they're playing it cheap and they are trying to build in the draft. So I'd be surprised. I don't know who they're gonna pick. I'd like to see somebody in offense. Brian Thomas Jr. took a step back. You want him to pick it up. They did trade Jacoby Myers. Oh no, they picked up Jacoby Myers. I thought that was a really great pick. Really good trade, I should say. He really made the offense go up more, and that's when they made the playoffs because he did really well. Defensive tackle around a 4.8. Weber is a defensive tackle. Is that pretty good for a 40 for a defensive tackle? A 4.8. I think that's pretty good, right? So they get a fast guy. His numbers are not saying that pretty well, but he had 10 pass breakups. That's pretty good for a defensive tackle. Um, I still think their Jaguars could have been a little flash in the plan. So they bring in two Texas A&M guys, a tight end. Excuse me. So there is that. The Jaguars not really sold on them. So sorry about that, folks. Yeah. We got the Vikings up as I am bullish on them. They went defense pretty much heavy in the so far in this draft. Panthers, Buccaneers, and Steelers. Buccaneers are probably going to go defense as well because they need all the help they can get. But losing Mike and Evans was not they lose their heart and soul with Mike Evans. No one's going to address the elephant in the room. Hova. RJ is not currently here, Weber. He went to go take a break. He needed he needed to stretch his legs, if you will. So there is that. Yeah, I would like to see let's talk about the Eagles. I love what the Philadelphia Eagles did. Okay. The Philadelphia Eagles are now killing it right now as they do every offseason. Okay. I like to trade for Gennard. We need somebody to help us in the pass rush, but I hope that doesn't come as Jalen Carter doesn't become a casualty because of that. I think we need to resign Jalen Carter. I know he's going to set the market, but Jalen Carter, when healthy, is a killer at defensive tackle. The guy he just takes up two guys on the offensive line, two offensive linemen have to block him, and then it opens up for everybody else. Okay, because we re-signed Jordan Davis, we signed for Gennard, and we have Mitchell and Cooper Jean coming up too. So we need to make sure to at least bring back some of these guys back, especially Jane Carter and Mitchell. Mitchell is going to be a top corner in this league for years to come. So I think the Eagles are having a great draft, great offseason, but I do hope they doesn't come because we have to eventually let go of Carter or trade Carter. So that would suck too. Somebody said go Cowboys. Yeah, Cowboys had a good draft, especially the first round pick. RJ was a big fan of Downs going there. But yeah, me too. Weber Carter's an animal. The guy's violent. He doesn't give a damn. I think they need to sign him. Who cares if he ends up being $30 million, $35 million a year? I think they need to keep him on the books.
Somewhere catch me up here. What are you guys talking about?
Nothing. Just the Jaguars. They went defense. I was saying that I think they I'm saying they might have been flash in the pan. I think they had one of the better trades in the offseason. I mean, during I said it last year when they traded for Jacoby Myers, he really raised up that offense when they signed him. So, but they still got him, which is great, but I still feel like they need to do more there on that side of the ball. And they lost one of their better linebackers in the offseason. They lost Travis Etienne, so they actually got worse this year. They haven't made any big moves yet.
And Hunter was a bad pick. I mean, I wasn't a fan last year of Travis Hunter. I thought he was overrated. I thought he wasn't that good. I thought didn't think a guy could play two ways like that in the NFL. The NFL is too complicated. He relied too much on athleticism at cornerback, not enough technique. A lot of receivers get up the field. Was a weak jam on the outside, and he got exposed
Yeah,
this
I
last
totally
year.
agree. I totally agree with you. Travis Hunter could possibly be um I think he is going to be a not a. You can't play two positions in this league. Okay, you just can't. So for him, I'm a total agreement with you there. But let's go to get off Twitter here. I was just checking it to see if there was anything there new from Adam Scheffler. No details in the Packers trade from anybody. I wanted to see what the Packers traded. Sorry if you hear a dog in the background. My neighbors have an annoying dog, which I cannot stand. So there's that. So no details in the Packers trade. I was hoping somebody would have that detail, but they don't. So
Yeah, I'm
yeah,
trying to look
let's
this up too. I don't see anything. I'm gonna try to see if I can catch it.
so they go defensive tackle, the Minnesota Vikings. They go back to back. They choose three defensive tackles in this draft, and then so they are going all defense, and they traded Gennard. They lost Alan Branch. They lost Hargrave. So McCoy's still there. I can't believe he's still there. You can't tell me somebody who could stash him for a year can't pick him up.
Tells you how bad his knee probably is. Medical could be off people's boards. So here's the details on the Packers trade. Packers will receive 77. They drafted Chris McCullen. The Packers traded 84 and third round pick and a fifth round number 160 to the Tampa Bay.
Hmm. Well, there you
So
go.
it's pick number 77 going to Green Bay, 84 to the Buccaneers, and one number 160. I
Yeah,
love this pick, guys. Chris Brazel, 6'4", true down the speed threat. Not a great route runner, but size and speed. And if he can figure that out. This could be a dynamic
wow,
receiver for Carolina.
6'4", 4'3". That is pretty good. Um, and like I said, the Panthers they need somebody else besides I cannot pronounce that guy's name. The rookie of the year they got. Um, so that is a good pickup. They go tackle, defensive tackle, wide receiver, and like I said, they really needed another help on that side of the ball for Bryce Young. So good there. Yeah, I agree, Weber. I think Jalen Carter is Albert Haynesworth in his prime. I think he could be better than him if he had shoulder surgery on both his shoulders. So he'll if he's fully healthy, yeah, he'll be like almost unblockable as he is double teamed more than a lot of defensive tackles are. Uh, Buccaneers, they kissed the universe's feet when they got that pick. Was it didn't Bain go there from Miami?
Yeah, Bain. He is an elite Ben. So I did a little more research on Ben. I'm reviewing Bain last night. He's very undersized, short arms, but he has a lot of his bend. People in the NFL guys are saying it's elite bend. Like think of Dwight Freeney, you think of Von Miller, that
Hmm.
kind of bend. And you can't. That's something you can't teach. If you don't stiff and tight, it's really hard to get bendy. It's kind of like I kind of comp it to like shooting a basketball for the NBA
You
players.
know,
Not because you can't shoot it, come into it, end up being great shooters.
this is very interesting. I'm looking at Todd McShay's Twitter account, and I'm liking. He has grades for like a lot of picks. So he has Albert Reaches, who just went to the Jaguars, as a 66 out of 100 out of his draft profile and scouting reports. Jacoby Lane, he had 66 out of 100. He had Zachary Branch going 80 out of 100, going to the Atlanta Falcons. That was a nice one there. I'm trying to see for anybody that we got the Packers, that defensive tackle, they got 65 out of 100. So that seems kind of the norm there for that pick, maybe 60. Let's see if there's any Drew Allar 65 out of 100 of his grading profile. Let's see here. I'm trying to get a good one. The Notre Dame guy got a good one. Bengals got a good one. Looks like a Tony Williams, the wide receiver from Clemson, that the Commanders, he got 82 out of 100. So that's
Wow.
pretty good. He has the 49ers drafting that edge, not a good pick. He has the Bears tight end at 72 out of 100. And he also has
It's above
Mark
average.
and he has Markel Bell, the tackle for the Eagles, going 72 of 100 too. Carson Beck, 69. Bud Clark, 82 out of 100, who went to the Seahawks. Go figure. The Seahawks, they're another good team that drafts really well. I'm trying to see more for us. I'm getting to the second round. The Bears, Logan Jones getting an 81 out of 100 in his grading system.
He
The
was
center,
a lot of teams liked him a lot.
Philadelphia, got 81 of 100 out of their tight end, Eli Stowers. So, yeah, Green Bay Packers got 83 out of 100 for the corner they took from South Carolina. So that looks like it could be a solid one there. And yeah, I know I'm missing some of the picks here, but I thought it'd be interesting to see Todd McShay's grading system, which I think I'm going to take a harder look into him and see how he comes up with these. So yeah,
And they're commercial right now.
he has Boston as 91 out of 100.
I like Boston. I don't know why he fell this far. I mean,
Yeah.
they get so deep in their investigation and stuff. Some of they're just looking to nitpick. So,
Yeah, so the pick is in for the Tampa Bay Bucks and Buccaneers.
I mean,
Weber said the Bengals or the Bungles, always the Bungles. Is that something you made, Weber? Or is that some people call them the Bungles?
teams with people call them bungles. Yeah, they made a Super Bowl before more recent than the Packers have.
Yeah,
So
I
they're the
wouldn't.
bungles.
RJ, I wouldn't go too far with that. They made it for the Bears as well.
I'm not saying they didn't.
Oh, we got here another old guy. God knows talking about what. Play by announcer from 1989, 2025. Cool, awesome. Glad he's doing that. Hopefully, he's like that other old guy who took forever. Oh, the Eagles also got a seventh rounder from the Minnesota Vikings. Wow. Oh, come on, old man. But let's see what he's saying. I like his voice, this guy.
He has an old school Dutch voice.
Ted Hurst. Well, I mean, it makes sense. They lost Mike Evans. Is Godwin have any more? Does Goodwin have it anymore?
He
So
better
it
hope
looks like,
that they're losing. They Mike Evans walk out the door.
yeah. So they have McMillan. They need to step up Tez Johnson and then Bouquet. So maybe this guy helps opposite of Mbuke. So maybe they're hoping that. So they went your boy Bain Jr., Trotter at linebacker, and Hurst. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. So that makes sense to do that since their defense is their weak spot and has been for years. But it depends.
Yeah.
But it depends. It depends on the Baker Mayfield and his health. Yeah, because he got blown up a lot and he got hurt all last season.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, Tyler Johnson's there too. He's the kind of guy who had a big first year and then he had a neck injury and missed half the year this year.
Well, at Weber
I
said,
mean,
let's
you
talk about
got
politics and religion. He said, let's talk politics and
no,
religion. It will spice things up. Yeah.
not trying to spice anything up. Pitt's back on
Yeah.
the clock, you guys.
I see Chicago is coming up. So we got Chicago coming up. Your team, Steelers.
I mean, I hope they
I
go
don't really
lineman
know.
again. I hope they go offensive lineman. I mean,
He says, I like Euchre. What the hell's the guy's name? Larry, Harry Carey, and Larry Mercinian and Rock and Bill Schroeder. All the other announcers below. Well, Mel or Reese from the Eagles is a really good announcer, but you wouldn't know because you're not an Eagles fan. Merrill Reese. Uh, cream style colors are awesome. Oh, he means for the Buccaneers. Yeah, that they were cool. They're pretty terrible when they had those jerseys, but cornerback
Another
back
wow.
to back.
McCoy is
You
really
know,
slipping here.
I saw a thing that they said that it's the first time in a long time that the SEC did not lead in the first round picks. It was the Big Ten.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of this is them not be able to stack players. This is NIL and the portal. I mean, think about it. When we were growing up, you had a running back room of Alabama was Henry, Kamara, Ingram, ETN, and all one draft room. All I think most are first round, second round picks there, guys. They just stack players.
Yeah.
I mean, this is what's happening. You can't do it anymore. Another trade, guys. Chargers traded the pick to the Browns. I mean, there's not going to be any details just yet. So wait on that. But Cleveland's now on the clock here. Yeah, if I'm Cleveland here, McCoy's screaming in here now. Unless his medicals are that terrible, which obviously I think they are. A top 5 potential going in the middle of the fourth, middle of the third now. Excuse me.
Yeah, but do you not think that it's like I said, somebody could sit on him?
Yeah, maybe it's that bad where they don't want to take him. They don't want his top 3 pick, but if you're, I don't know. He says there's no restrictions.
Kimberly Fields picking for the Browns. She's making it short and simple. Got it. Okay. Offensive tackle.
Barber. I mean, I don't know.
I think they need to. That's what they need to do. They need to do the offensive lineup. They just need to. Our team all SEC. It's not bad.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, you're taking.
Started all 12 games of left tackle.
No, you take potential. You know what I mean? And this is where I think NI really thins out drafts now, guys. Is these the middle of the draft? Like,
so he's pretty much a
gonna be
swing tackle. He played 5 at left tackle and the rest at left tackle and right tackle. So I like their draft here. They got Boston and Conception at wide receiver.
Yeah, they got Emmanuel Warren and they got Fano. They're really building a good little squad there.
So they got the 3rd round pick. The Browns, the Chargers received 2 4th rounders and a 6th rounder this year. So it looks like
Barber.
The Chargers are loading up for the 4th round. And I see your Bears are rounding the corner here after their 2 picks up. Looks like maybe this woman will be picking the rest of the picks. As we said before, Miami just throw a dart on the board, and they need that. Any player.
Another tight end. Wow.
Well, who's their tight end? Darren Waller's gone.
Yeah. He's a blocking tight end according to Kuiper here. Only 15 catches last year.
Oh, well, okay.
6'5", 261.
I bet A-Chain likes that.
Yeah. Like we were talking about yesterday.
Yeah. So not bad. For the people watching, Weber, if you want to chime in, what's up with the Miami Dolphins in that franchise? They cannot get it right. The Bengals, I know they got right Joe Burrow, but for the majority of their franchise, they can never get it the quarterback right. They can never get to the Super Bowl. The Browns are one of them. And I'm not trying to get the picture underneath the bus here, RJ, but the Bears they got 1 Super Bowl in '85. The Raiders got their Super Bowls in the '70s. I know they went there with Rich Gannon and got blown out, but more in particular, the Dolphins, the Browns and Bengals are like just like terrible, and the Jets. The Jets, don't forget about the Jets. They're just terribly ran franchises. Like you think they would turn the tide by now, especially Dan Marino has been gone for 20, 30 years, and they still haven't got the quarterback position right. The Browns, who's the best Browns quarterback in history? Does that come to mind to you at all? The
Bernie
best
Kosar, probably.
Browns. Who?
Bernie Kosar, I'm gonna guess.
Yeah, Brown. That's it. Burrows is the best quarterback they ever had in history. Joe Burrows already, and then who's the Raiders? It's probably what's that guy's name?
Probably
Yeah.
Jim Plunkett. But I mean, don't sleep on Bernie Kosar. I think Bernie Kosar's in the Hall of Fame.
Well, I'm just saying, like these are terrible run organizations, and how come they can't turn the trend around? Is it
Bad management? The Bengals are notoriously cheap.
Oh yeah, I know. Let's see if there's anything on the Twitter here.
Bernie Kosar, sorry, is not in the Hall of Fame.
Oh.
I don't think he won a Super Bowl. Led into 3 AFC Championship games though. He's third in team history in passing yards. Though, so I was a little off there. I apologize.
The last update from Shefty is that the 2025 Dolphins and Eagles Jalen Phillips trade is now complete. Eagles got Jalen Phillips. They traded that 3rd round pick, and the Dolphins turned that into tight end Will Kamarick, that tight end they just picked up. So, who knows who wins that trade, because we couldn't. I mean, the Panthers overpaid for him by a mile. I mean, everybody's surprised by that, but that's that. Let's see if there's any updates from Ian Rapport. Panthers select wide receiver. Bears, just talking about the wide receivers that have been chosen in the last couple rounds. So there's that. This is probably out of all the trades, this is probably a slow one for Adam Schefter and Ian Rapport. This one.
Yeah, I would agree with that very much.
I know.
Not a lot of trades. I thought there'd be a little more trades. Man, you got a lot. The Chargers the Browns gave a lot up for that to move up 20 picks there. 105, 145, and 206. Oof. That's a big, a lot of picks. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, there's been trades for draft picks, people in trading, but what I'm saying is that like nobody's made the biggest trade for player has to be the Eagles and the Vikings, but so I thought there had been a little more movement on players moving.
I thought so too. That I didn't think there'd be a lot of trades for players for future first round picks, or future picks. I think this draft is, like I said, it's not a great draft. I mean, too early to call it the weakest draft in a long time, but it's not good. So
I agree. And the Jaguars, who I'm not impressed with their offseason so far, they are up. Let's see who they pick. They went 2 guys back to back from Texas A&M. Maybe they keep it up and they draft a 3rd guy from the Texas A&M. Let's see.
Manuel Brogdon, I like the pick.
Yeah. Use offensive guard.
Right of an early 2nd round pick.
Yeah. That's a good value pick right there. And so great on them. Sorry, I'm just checking if anything.
Watch out for Mike Washington Jr., the running back from Arkansas to Chicago here. And this could be a sneaky spot for him. I mean, I don't think the Bears are going to re-sign Swift. I thought they actually might make a move for Hall from the Bryce Hall, from running back from the Jets. But I took him off the board. I think he would have made a big offer to him if he was available. But at this point, I think the Bears need some running back help. I mean, you can't count on a 7th round draft pick. I know he was great. The one guy was great last year. I mean, Swift had all of a sudden run between the tackles for his first time into his career. I mean, the Bears just ran to the goddamn podium here. See what they take here.
Here it is, the Chicago Bears, baby. Your
I
team.
mean, I think they're going to go offense. Or hey, I'm really hoping they go McCoy. I just don't see. I think he's going to fall into the fourth round, maybe fifth
Offensive line, weapon. What do you think? Drafting Bell?
line, running back or a receiver probably. Jimbo Corvette. Huh?
Yeah, he was speaking before when Weber said it was Devin Hester. I'm like, what?
Like Xavier Thomas, receiver,
Well, I mean, I believe they should have got
5'10", 190. I don't love the size.
good school. Three return touchdowns for LSU and Mississippi State. 41 receptions, 4 touchdowns in 2025. It was a career high for him. He ran a 4.28.
Oh, there's speed.
A 4.28. That guy's been one of the fastest in the whole draft. So maybe they're drafting because they're returning a returner.
They are.
Third
Yeah,
team All
gadget guy
SEC
maybe.
returner. Yep. He's second in fifth college football over 633 kickoff return yards. So he's definitely, they got him for the special teams and maybe mix him in with the offense as well. So the Bears go safety, center, tight end, wide receiver. That's the pick. Still don't like the tight end move. I think that was a waste of a pick. I don't care if
I
you're drafting.
disagree with you.
I don't care if you're drafting for the future. You could have got somebody there of
Yeah, I
now.
mean, I'm not going to argue with that.
Yeah. So 49ers picking another team that I hate, the 49ers. They went so. Do you remember Trent Williams? He was like, "Yeah, we beat the Pack, we beat the Eagles in the playoffs, and that's like the best thing ever." Or like he was like, "Bro, you just got handed by the Seahawks. Why are you talking about the Eagles?" But that was their Super Bowl, and I predicted that the Seahawks would cover the 7 points against the 49ers, and they blew them out. And now they're on the downtrodden. Okay, let's see what the 49ers do. They went wide receiver
Running
last
back,
week.
William Black.
Wow. Well, what's his name did leave, the backup from McCaffrey. Indiana, 5'9", 208, senior. So he has a lot of some tread on him. 4.45, 4.40, I mean, sorry. Ten rushing touchdowns. I mean, I don't know. Let's hope he doesn't turn into nothing. Sorry, 49er fans, but I do not like your organization. Oh no, I don't. You guys were getting a little chippy there because we beat the Eagles, even though we've been you guys haven't been in a Super Bowl in 30 years. He's had a good career for Indiana.
Yeah, I mean, Indiana has a lot of good guys who just kind of sneak up on you, are a lot better than you think they are.
You know what?
I like this season.
I saw a guy who he does a lot of, he's on the 49ers, like does a lot of 49ers contents, and he said that I mean, it's a good question. When is Lynch going to be on the hot seat? We are waiting. When this Super Bowl going to come? You've had great teams, defense, and everything. When is it going to come?
So I don't think he should be in the hot seat. I mean, injuries have really hurt them. It's not a talent thing.
Well, I'm just saying something.
It's more of a coaching thing to me. I mean, I'd ask the question: is Kyle Shanahan really the guy at this point?
Yeah, well, the knock on him, he's never gone to the show.
I mean, he's got close with when he was it was a coordinator with the Falcons, and they blew arguably the greatest comeback in sports history for football, 28-3 in the Super Bowl.
For the first time since day one, the 49ers select Indiana running back Kalen Black at number 90. He was a non-combine invite.
Wow.
I like to hear that as a certified 49ers hater. Let's see here. Weber says, I mean, what to do? The Bears need a big right now. They need a playmaker on the offense. They need a high-end rush.
I mean, I would disagree with the playmaker on offense. They need a edge rusher, a cornerback. I mean, they attack their needs outside of tight end. I just don't. I get drafting speed because, as we know, speed kills. And I don't get the tight end pick. I do think they were going to go edge, but I think what happened was the guys they liked were gone. Just weren't there, and they weren't. They didn't want to move up in this draft, and so they just outside of tight end. But I actually don't mind the draft.
I agree
I
with you.
like
Weber
the
also says
cornerback.
49ers have been in a few, they just can't win. I like the 49ers franchise. They're top notch. They just screw up constantly, just like the Packers. Yeah, there's shades of both of those teams there. You guys are always that both teams are always hyped up. And when it comes to the big moments, they kind of falter. I mean, remember the linebackers and the defense the 49ers have had? They've had like legendary linebackers. Greenlaw in his prime, Patrick Willis. They've had these killers. And Warner, Fred Warner's when he's healthy, but obviously he isn't healthy much more. They had all these defenders, and they can never put it together.
They can't. I agree with you.
And the Packers, you guys had quarterbacks up the yin gang, and you guys never pulled the trigger there as well. I've never won the championship. The Packers, that's their problem. Executing. Okay, so the Raiders pick is in. This I'm very interested what the Raiders are going to do because I did pick them to go over 5.5 wins.
Just Matt Millen. Guy's a bum.
I don't know, but Weber, I am big on the Minnesota Vikings getting Kyler Murray. They got 9 wins with JJ McCarthy, and I think Kyler Murray's worth 2 more wins. So I think the Vikings are taking second place at the least, and definitely possibly getting the first round pick. Don't forget, when Justin Jefferson and Aston had Kirk Cousin in there, they were doing their killer offense. Now they got a guy who could throw the ball to him and run the ball. So, and he's well rested. He could have played for the Cardinals, but they kind of like sat him. This is for the fans because when you get these guys who pick for these teams, these are deep cuts. Like I don't know who the hell this guy is. When Brian Westbrook came out for the Eagles, people know who Brian Westbrook is. But I don't know who the hell this guy is. Do you know who this guy is?
Yeah, he was a GM of the Lions for a while, but he's also I think he played for the Ravens on much Super Bowls. Tight end? Well, means center? What?
Didn't they sign Tyler? Yeah, Linderbaum. Okay, maybe guard. They move him to guard, possible.
Yeah, I mean, he never only played 623 snaps for left tackle and 124 at center.
Okay, so he could play over the line basically.
Yeah,
he was first team all SEC too.
Jeez.
So him being the third round, that might be a sneaky pick for them.
Yeah. Just gonna do some updates here to see if we catch any.
Weber said, "I love MCDC." Who's MCDC?
I'm not sure who he's talking about.
I love MCDC. The Vikings are going to compete. I see the Bears finishing in last, to be honest. I got the Lions finishing in last place. I do not like them. I think I repeated this. Ben Johnson was a big loss. And Goff is getting older. They lost Montgomery. They lost Raymond. They lost their starting linebacker. A bunch of those defenders are coming off the injured. Branch is coming off a bad injury. Joseph is coming off a bad injury. So they have a lot of question marks in that defense. And losing Ben Johnson, Quinn was Quinn's their head coach, right? Now, is he the head coach?
For which team?
The Lions.
Dan Campbell.
Yeah, Campbell is the brawn, and Ben Johnson was the brain of the operation. So they lost that, and that's why I think they're going to be in last place. That's why I take them under 10.5 wins. But I think the Vikings no less than the second position in the second place in the NFC North, and I got them for wild card. I got the Vikings in the wild card. I think the NFC North could get 3 teams possibly in the NFC North.
I like to. I don't know. I have to see how stuff plays because I think the Bears are going to be heavy. I think they'll like we talked about yesterday, I think the Bears cleared some capital yesterday. They moved some Komet and Janet Johnson money down the drain. So I think there was reports that the Bears met with Giovanni and Clowney. They're not going to sign anybody right now. They're going to wait to after Monday at 3 so they can don't lose any potential comp picks with Brisker and Bard walking out the door.
Right.
But
Just come
you're
here.
not,
It's
you're
like
not going
Dallas.
defensively. Sorry.
I say Cowboys are going all defense. They got another pass rusher. I think they're just throwing a lot of stuff on the wall and see what hits because I think Rashad Gary will not live up to his thing. But don't forget they got Quinn Williams, who I really like, and so him and they're going all defense. So this could be kind of scary as an Eagles fan because that offense is set, but that defense, Downs, Lawrence, and Bram. If they set that right, they can fight the Eagles for first place. Weber said that MCDC is Motor City Dan Campbell. Yeah, I hear you, man. Dan Campbell is a good defensive coach, but he's the muscle, and he lost the brains and Johnson. And Johnson left, and look what happened. They let go of the offensive coordinator. They hired another guy internally. So I don't know. I think Ben Johnson was a bad loss. And here comes the Rams with do they go quarterback again, RJ?
I have no idea. This could be a McCoy.
Could be actually the Rams doing that, planning for the future like they did with Simpson, which I still think was a stupid pick.
Offensive lineman.
Oh, okay. Dan Campbell is an offensive guy. He's a tight end. I forgot about that. Thank you for correcting me, Dan. Okay, offensive tackle. Who knows? Third team All-American, AP All-American. Not bad. He started at 36 at right tackle, 5 at left tackle, and 1 at right guard. So this guy's pretty much if somebody gets hurt, let's plug and play him in. So I like those guys. I mean, Eagles staff of those guys. Like somebody gets hurt, you got a guy who can throw him in there and he plays.
Yeah, I'm really surprised McCoy is still on the board, even with that potential knee injury. It must be bad enough our teams took him off the board.
I mean, if he falls the 4th and 5th, he goes down the 4th round, which really sucks. But I think if you get him in the 4th, 5th rounds, that's a steal.
Yeah, I mean, he's a steal at any point this right now.
Yeah, I can see Minnesota picking him up.
I mean, I could see Miami picking him up. I could see New England picking him up since Seattle.
Yeah. Well, Dolphins, Patriots, Seahawks, and Vikings are the next 4 picks. Miami's already picking. They're on the board. They're ready to go. I'm not a believer in Malik Willis. I think that he's set up to lose with that franchise. So I understand why he took the job because he needs to, he just needs to. He has a shot at being a starting quarterback. So why not take that shot? You know what I mean? So I see why he did that. So good on him to take it. But I think they are setting him up for lose for that. So
I would agree with you.
Yeah.
They have like 87 million in dead cap. I mean, the only thing you can say, if you get a couple of players in this draft, you go next year with a top 5 pick. Move out of that. If Willis has a good year, though, let's just play both ends of this. If he has a good year, you end up with pick 1, 2, or 3. You can move back and pick. You probably get a monster set of picks, like Trey Lance style, 3 first-round picks to move up 4 or 5 picks. Especially if you're a quarterback needy team and you have it. So this could be a sneaky good situation for the Dolphins. So
yeah, I mean, I think Malik Willis is a placeholder for them drafting a quarterback next year.
It very well could be.
I truly believe that. It's like you said, there's 5 quarterbacks that could probably possibly go in the first round. Do any of us think the Miami Dolphins are going to be one of the? I chose the under 4.5 wins against the Dolphins. RJ, I can see the Dolphins only winning 4 games.
Then you get this. If let's play this out, you have probably the best non-quarterback player in a while to come out, in Jeremiah Smith, the receiver from Ohio State. You take him there if you think Wilson he has a pretty good year, you take him. You need weapons. You know what I mean? So
Lord
it's
knows
not
I
just
do.
about the quarterbacks. So
Who's gonna be the number one guy? Who's the consensus not the best player in that next year's
right
draft so
now,
far?
being mocked, it's Arch Manning. So I know you're not a big believer in Arch Manning. They said if he would have came out in this draft, he'd have been the number one overall pick. So
better than any defensive end, wide receiver.
it's right now. It's
not who's
Manning.
Not who's gonna be picked number one. I'm talking about the best player.
Best
at
player.
any
Oh,
position.
it's Finley. I think the number one overall player is going to be Finley from Ohio State, the receiver.
Okay.
I think if he would have came out this draft, he was locked number one pick this draft, and the top overall player. He's that good.
Really?
He is throwback. He might be the best receiver to come out since Calvin Johnson.
That's saying a lot.
He's that high in regard as a prospect.
Well, there you go. I don't know if the Dons would go that way, but they do need that. They do need weapons. Chris Bell, wide receiver. So they're back. They draft 2 wide receivers in this draft. They need it. Like I said, they had just Tutu Atwell, and that's it. Weber says, I'd fire sale and start over if I'm the Finns, which they are. They traded everybody, Weber, and they trade like 6 stars on defense. A lot of their offensive guys. He says they claimed Quinn Ewers. They drafted him the 4th, and now he's a bum.
Yeah, I mean,
and he says he's saying that you love Eli Manning.
Eli Manning's a Hall of Famer. He's gonna make the.
He missed it though. I told you he would the first way.
Year. But yeah, I mean, if he doesn't make the Hall of Fame, he's the only quarterback to win 2 Super Bowl MVPs and I went to Super Bowls not to make the Hall of Fame. So it might not be this year, but he's going to get it. Remember, the same Hall of Fame committee didn't put Bill Belichick in. So right now, the committee doesn't have a lot of stake in for me right now.
Yeah, old Billy Boy likes those young girls, and the Kraft likes those massage parlors. Man, I'm telling you, something in the water over there.
Good for Bill. I didn't get his.
Yeah. Patriots, as we're just talking right now, went offensive tackle, 1st round pick. Is that the Eagles guy? I doubt it. I think they are drafting for their players this year, but. Deion Branch. Yeah, I haven't seen this guy in a long time. That's pretty cool. 2-time Super Bowl champion. Yeah, that's awesome. He was a smaller wide receiver, more than I remember. I'm just reading the comments. I can't read that, Weber. That is not PC to me say that right now about Robert Kraft. What did he like?
Another tight end.
Well, yeah. I mean, Henry's on a 1-year deal. I mean, so bring in Henry. I don't know if they re-signed Austin Hooper. 6'6", 245, long stride. I'm not a big fan of anything coming out of Notre Dame, but maybe 2nd tight end, 3rd tight end, more likely 2nd. Good move by them. And I don't know.
Traded the pick to Pittsburgh. The Pittsburgh's back on the clock.
And Minnesota did too. They got back-to-back picks in the 3rd round. They just have 1.
Wow.
Minnesota, they drafted 2 or 3 defensive tackles already. That's all on defense because they know the offense is taken care of because Kyle Murray's there. So Weber, you better get worried that the Mortimers are going to be, yelling in your face that they take over the Vikings for 1st place. Pick is in. Steel City, baby. Let's see what they got.
I don't know what they're going to take here.
I mean, they went wide receiver last. They've been going the offensive tackle in the first round. Mike McCarthy, I don't know. Mike Tomlin, did he sign with Fox? Is that what he signed with? He signed with, did
Yeah.
he sign to be a, I don't, was he gonna be in the booth or is he gonna be in like the
Thursday football, I think we were talking about. He might be a pregame guy.
Okay, let's see.
Hmm.
Oh my god, 6-time national.
And he's Tucker. I like the pick. He's a tackle on the guard. Hey, try to fit offensive lineman around.
If there's anybody who looks like they're from Iowa, it's this guy. This guy, his name is Jennings Dunker. That is the whitest cornbread, big white boy head name I've ever seen in my life.
Man.
And the way this guy looks, you can't get more than Iowa than what this guy looks like. Molar with a mullet, long arms, latch drive, 6'5", 319.
311 pass blocks last year.
Oh, he won the award for the best top nation's offensive lineman. 37 at right tackle and 1 at right guard.
They have a lot of pros in that team. They have I think all the guys are going to get drafted.
Yeah, and he's I don't know. A redhead's good at football, and I don't know about that.
I don't know. Ask Weber if he had hair.
Played at the Senior Bowl. Wow. Well, hey, maybe it's all picked by the Steelers. Maybe not. I don't know. This guy looks.
I like the.
Oh, this guy's in. This guy was in a throwing hail bell competition. RJ. So, yeah, I'm the shocker from Iowa. Guys throwing throwing hay bales like it's going out of style. So the Steelers went tackle, wide receiver, quarterback, which I like that quarterback thing. Everett, cornerback, and guard. So a good mix there. Still think they need a little hone in on the defense side in the 4th round.
So back-to-back third.
Weber said no daywalkers allowed.
For Weber.
He said it's more. It's with a morts with a yeah. There you go. Show him the cheese grater, RJ. One more time. Show him the cheese grater to those cheesehead Packers, baby. Forget those Packers. And here comes the Vikings, Weber, a team that I think you secretly love. We have a friend who is in the comments. He says he's a diehard Packer fan, but I think he secretly loves those Vikings more than the rest of the division. He won't admit it, but I think he does. But the cheese grater, love it. RJ, you got to get yourself a cheese grater hat. You got to get it this season. And then if you come with that the podcast on, that'd be awesome.
Maybe for the Packer Bear game, we'll jump on with that on.
Doing the weekly picks. Nothing new. Slow day for Adam Scheffler and Ian Rapport. I tell you, you usually see these guys doing more than everything. They're showing the red mullet guy. Pretty funny. Yeah.
I've been on the phone trying to search out some breaking news or some insight that's interesting. There really is not much.
No. I wonder what's going to happen June. I wonder what's going to happen June 1st with a lot of these possible players and trades. I don't know if I'm not sure if it'll just be AJ Brown.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm gonna just kind of speculate a little bit with the Bears pick with Zach Roush. Maybe Kvet's going to get traded. The Bears kick the money down the cap, and they're going to spread June 1st. They're going to kick it down the line. I mean,
could be.
I like to say no more. I don't. But if that's the case, then a pick makes a lot of sense there. If they're gonna cut or trade Kmet. But I mean, Kmet's $12 or $13 million this year. A lot for an average tight end. I mean, he's not great at anything. I mean, he's just average at a lot of things.
Well, the pick is
Which
in for the
there.
Vikings. They've been going defensive heavily. They did lose Naylor, which I thought was a sneaky bot and sneaky signing by the Oakland Raiders. I mean, the Las Vegas Raiders. Sorry. So I think that was a nice little pickup for them. So maybe they need a slot guy. Maybe they go there,
Yeah, there's no
or you just throw enough. You throw a bunch of defenders, and you see some of them stick. I can't believe they gave Grenard $50 million guarantee the Eagles. Not that I don't like it, but I was very surprised. I'm gonna make a video about that separate.
I like the move.
Yeah, for 2 third-rounders.
I mean, you can't beat it.
Hey, Grenard was ready in Philadelphia for the 76ers game.
Yeah,
So
they were talking about that. This has been a trade they were close on, or he wouldn't have been there.
yeah, I can't wait to see what the Philadelphia Eagle beat writers have to say about this, since I can't really see what they're doing now. Lakers taking it to Houston. KD is out. He's been hurt, so that kind of sucks for them. Celtics beat the Sixers. Sixers are probably done. And Portland taking it to the Spurs. Yeah,
Yeah, we're kind of a slow draft this year.
McCoy, Scott, Lewis, and Tyrion are the top 4 guys who all the besides the guy who got hurt. There's some guys who should have been picked in the upper first in the 3rd round and the 2nd round. Okay, no,
I mean, McCoy, Kieran Scott. He must have some red flags on him. You've got I've heard a lot of stuff I like about Skylar Bell. Sam Heck is another guy, versatile center.
yeah, this guy was one of the top guys in the big board. So Vikings get something for the offensive lineup. Before we even talked about this, I said they needed help on the offensive line. So this is a solid pick for them. They need it. They need somebody. I don't know if he starts, but solid pick for them. Now they pick another pick, so that's good. Weber says the only thing he wants is a creamsicle Tampa Bay Buccaneers jersey, and he wants a Houston Oilers jersey. What are you gonna do? Get Baker Mayfield or Tom Brady Buccaneers jersey there, Weber, or and then Steve McNair for the Houston Oilers, or Dante Culpepper? That'd be sick if you got a Dante Culpepper Oilers jersey, Weber. That'd be pretty awesome. All right, back to back. They go safety. Okay, so they stuck with defense again on this one.
Pick.
Yeah. And they went offense. So defense for the most part, and now they went back to defense. I mean, they defense for the most part. They went to the tackle. Looks like this guy be playing in the box because he's a hard hitter. We'll see. I don't care what anybody says. The Packers got some of the ugliest jerseys there is, just like with the Cleveland Browns. Ugly colors. So they went Banks, defensive tackle, linebacker, defensive tackle, safety. So, like I said, they're attacking the defense they're doing because they don't need help on offense that much. Seahawks, Super Bowl champions, are in the seat. The Seahawks, they find value, man. They find value. And the Houston Astros lost. I hope anybody watching this, you guys, I told you what to do. The Yankees to cover the 1.5. It was an easy pick, and they won that by a mile. You'd have won some good money if you listened to me. He said Trent Dilfer and the Night Train. You'd get those jerseys. Trent Dilfer and the Night Train. Come on, man. Don't they call Pepper on the Oilers? That's cool. Julian Neal, cornerback for the. Why do the Seahawks need this? What are we doing here? They don't
Lost a
need.
couple guys. They lost 2 defensive backs. They lost the safety, and they lost the guy to the Eagles. One, and they lost Bryant to the Bears.
I think they already dressed at safety in this draft. I don't know if he'll start because they have a lot of young guys. I don't know if Neal will start either.
I mean, just take him, maybe develop. Who thought Woolen and Sherman and all the guys would be any good? So they just take him and develop him and see what happens.
Yeah, they drafted Pierce, running back from Notre Dame, and then Clark, safety, then Neal at corner. I mean, does Pierce start because of Charbonnet being hurt and Walker being hurt?
Yeah.
Might be sneaky. Oh, and the
Jalen
last
Husky,
pick, he's ready in here. He's already here at the
corner,
podium.
6'1", 196, quarterback from Maryland.
Wow.
He plays safety too.
Yeah. Well, there it is. The last pick of day 2 in the NFL draft. Jalen Husky out of Maryland.
Safety
At,
combo. He can play safety, he can play corner, he can play nickel. A lot of versatility. Look like he's 6'1", got some ball skills. He can play inside outside. I mean, this is a lot of versatile pick. I mean, he probably looks to be more of a safety in the NFL.
yeah. Still think the Jaguars need more help than what they could do in the draft. Weber says probably Derek Brooks, Tampa Bay, and probably Earl Campbell for the Oilers. So the Jaguars go tight end, defensive tackle, guard, safety. Nobody there moves the needle for me. Maybe the guard. I like the guard pick. I think that was good. The guy from Oregon. I think that was a really good value pick. Well, round 4 starts at tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern. I will not be doing that. I will not be live streaming that. So the Buffalo Bills have it. I see neither of our teams there. I don't see the Eagles. I don't see the Bears. I don't see the Packers. So
The Bears, I
there's
think
that.
the Bears picked the 5th round. They picked 144. I don't think they don't have a 4 because the Bears do have a 4. They have 129. They got that in a trade. So it's the Bears pick at 129, 144. I don't think they have a 6th round. The Bears trade the Chiefs own the Bears pick. The round 5. They don't have the Bears don't have a 6th round pick either. And they might have a 7th. They traded their 6th round pick for Jonah Jackson. Really good trade with the Bears. And the Bears have 2 7th rounders, which is here no there.
Yeah. Well, there's that. I would like to see if there's a rundown of the second and third round picks. Not seeing that right now. I think let's just briefly, kind of see what we liked. So I don't know. I know I'm biased when it comes to the Eagles, but you gotta love what they did and the moves they did. It was just unbelievable. Getting the second regarded tight end in the draft to them, and then they got Grenard for a third round pick. Weber saying throw out a movie suggestion with the review. I don't know, man. I haven't put any time to watch any movies lately. Nothing comes to mind. I have so many. I have all the Netflix, all of them. I don't know, dude. Look, go on there and see what you like, man. Crime, Netflix, Apple TV, HBO. HBO has a lot of good things. HBO Max has a lot of good movies on there, man. Go from there if you have HBO Max. But I'm trying to see if there's a recap of round 2. I'm trying to see just real quick. Here it is. Okay. We don't need that. Let's do this. Let's do that. Okay. So here's the picks of round 2. as anybody can see there. I like Denzel Boston going to the Browns at pick 39. I think that's a really good pickup for them. They need all the offensive help they can get. Quarterback's still a big question mark for them, but then they needed that the most. So great pickup by them. Um, you know, other than that, you know, I like the pick by the Eagles. I do like the I can't pronounce. I'm not going to try to pronounce his last name, but Cautious Howell, the edge from the Bengals drafted him. I did like that. So there's the recap of the second round. RJ, as we close this out.
I
Um,
like two picks a lot. The first
okay.
pick I really like is Zion Young. I like his size, 6'6", 250, long arms. I also like the safety Emmanuel Warren to the Browns. I like the scheme fit also. That was like a homer of the Bears pick 5. I'm trying to find this pick here. Logan Jones. I think he's a plug and play. I think they're gonna start with Bradbury, but I think he'll end up being the starter very quickly.
Hmm. Well,
Third round pick in the third round though, I do like Carson Beck to the Cardinals. I think it's a good shot there. I think one of the worst picks was Sam Roush, the Bears. I don't like that at all. I do like Chris Brazell to the Panthers a lot. I think that could be a really good pick. He's 6'4", 4.3 speed, can't teach size. Really?
yeah, Roush is one of the best blocking tight ends in the draft, and nearly 270 pounds. He can just legitimately go toe to toe with any NFL defensive end. This now gives the Bears easily the best run blocking trio of tight ends in the NFL. So I guess they might use him. Like I told you, they use him in running sets. Ben Johnson could probably scheme some stuff. So this is CBS. So I don't know if anybody likes these guys. They're giving A pluses to the Commanders for the Antonio Williams. But I know Alpin's he was a good pick. So take this for you what it is. Go and see they're giving A- to the Packers. A lot of good grades given to each of these people. But yeah, so there's that. The Bears also got a C+ for Zavon Thomas, the wide receiver from LSU, which I don't think they drafted, did they?
Yeah, he's the receiver. He's the guy who has a 4.28
Yeah,
speed. I
the
think
fast
that's
guy, the
purely a
fast
punt
guy.
return, a kicker, a punt return, and a kick return. And hopefully he can hit and be a good receiver down the line.
Yeah.
I
So
just
that
think
was
that's what he's developed a developmental pick there in the third round. Takes the speed and see what happens.
round three. Well, sorry we jumped on a little bit late. I thought they started at 7 o'clock my time, but it did not. So when RJ told me like, "Hey, the draft is on," I was like, "What?" I was like, "Oh man." Enjoy your Mighty Ducks. At our Weber, he's gonna watch the Mighty Ducks. God, that sounds awful, but yeah, it was fun, RJ. I think maybe we'll think about doing more some of these live streams. Maybe actually doing during the season when we do our betting predictions. I got to see how I do that from a editing standpoint because I put our picks in here in real time, and I edit those in Adobe Premiere. So I don't know how if I could put them in real time. We'll see what I can do, how I can do that because this is fun to go live. But with all that being said, thanks for joining me, RJ. It was fun. Adam, I know you couldn't do it, but we had a good time. I hope you were happy with the Packers picks. But Adam will be back in no time. We were going to make a reaction video next week after, or this coming week after the draft, and we'll see our favorite. We'll break down the draft, our favorite picks. We'll break down our teams, our favorite picks, and our least favorite picks. So with that, guys, me and RJ, we will catch you guys later, and we'll always try to see you